very good morning to Shop on TV, to ITV1 and STV. It's great to have your company. I'm Hayley Green.
I'm Sean Crawley.
Together with Shaylee. I don't know why I was doing that then.
I
was like doing a little bit of a dance, yeah. Lovely. Together with Shaylee, we're very excited because we have got a brand new for our live show here on ITV and STV with a Polti product that we know you are going to love.
Because it does so many different jobs. This is a vacuum. This is a steam mop. This is a steam cleaner.
No way. So you can vacuum, you can steam clean the floor all at the same time. So rather than having to vacuum first and then get the steam cleaner out, it does absolutely everything in just one pass. But it's not just an upright.
No, you can see here it's a handheld steam cleaner as well. It says 9 accessories there. We've got 14.
Hey, we've got the upgraded version.
We certainly have your cleaning and your sanitising, getting rid of those germs, getting rid of up to 99.9% of germs and viruses.
Without any chemicals, without any nasties, but you're vacuuming and cleaning at the same time, using it as your handheld, sanitising, deodorising as well, things like your curtains and your cushions. It's so versatile. Now, we haven't had it live on a show with STV and ITV. However, we have had it on our sister channel, our
Freeview Channel, yeah.
Absolutely. Now, our Freeview Channel has had a very good deal.
Yes,
because we're
reduced.
Launching it live, of course, on ITV1 and STV, we've got an even better price.
The usual price of £399 comes down to £219 on your interest-free PayPal payments, £75.32 on your first of 3 interest payments if you pay online on our website. ShopOnTV.co.uk is the easiest way to shop, and 592579 is the item number you need. This does so many jobs.
It does everything, doesn't it? Whether you're cleaning the kitchen, the bathroom, whether it is your floor, it's very easy to control. There's 3 different levels of steam as well. It heats up in 30 seconds. You're vacuuming, you're steam cleaning, all at the same time. There's your 3 different settings. It's absolutely so unique. But we were blown away when we demonstrated this for the very first time on our Freeview channel. We were blown away what else it can do, because it picks up.
Well, should we show everyone?
It picks up spillages. Yeah, take a look.
Take a look at this from earlier.
Bev absolutely blew our mind, and Bev's with us this evening. We'll be showing you loads more demonstrations. But if you had a spillage like this, like the spaghetti, no way, it can't pick that up.
It's going to take it up, it's going to clean the floor, it's going to do everything in that one job, collecting all the debris that's on the floor.
No way.
So you can vacuum, you can steam, you can clean up spillages, you can do it all at once, so you can do it all individually with a machine that is so well priced.
So that accident might have been the end of the world, but not, of course, when you've got your 3-in-1 clean. You really have got a great opportunity, but you do need to shop really quickly. Our price is incredible, but sadly the stock we've got isn't the amount of stock we would like to have for a launch show like this. So please get in early and check your baskets through.
We've got loads of demonstrations to show you. It is a Polti special for you tonight, and we've got a 24-hour offer on an amazing iron. Now take a look at this iron. It's a steam generator iron where you don't have to change the temperature. You can go from one fabric to another. There's no temperature guide because you don't have to change it.
It's 8 bar pressure, which is absolutely incredible. It's got an automatic turn off as well. The jet power in the steam is just out of this world. It's ready in less than a minute.
It's one temperature technology, as I say. Any fabric without adjusting the temperature. It's got an eco mode on there. It's lightweight. It's easy to use. It's got digital settings. It should be £179. It's down to less than 100. Now, you need the item number again, 863521. Is your item number. We have it on a reduced price normally at £129, not tonight, because if you buy it elsewhere, look at what you're paying for.
So our normal reduced price at £129 is incredible against all of these places, Polti, Currys, Freeman's and Robert Dyer's, but we are down to £99. The best price I think we've had on this, but only for 24 hours. So launching now up until midnight tonight. So you do need to order that right now. Honestly, when you change to a steam generator, you can halve your ironing time. All of a sudden, ironing isn't that chore, and you get that professional finish time and time and time again. But honestly, I really do think with Polti steam generators, you can save your clothes as well. It's kinder to your clothes. It's amazing.
And such an easier way to iron. It'll cut your ironing time down. So 34.65 live on your first of 3 interest-free PayPal payments if you're paying online. Check everything out on the website. We've got some great products tonight for you. Leading with Polti, you've got your Polti 3-in-1 there. You've got your ironing board, but we've also got the Polti coffee machine available. This is also on a massively reduced price at £149. You get the coffee included. Coffee pods are included, but you can also use ground coffee. But it doesn't just make the perfect espresso. It does make a perfect espresso, but that's just the beginning of the coffees you can make.
For the size of the machine, it's so compact. It's about the size of a toaster. You'd think it would only make espressos, but it doesn't. It also has the steam generator, and it also allows you then, with the actual milk settings, you've got 2 different milk settings, to froth the milk, to make your cappuccinos, to make a more textured milk, to do your lattes and your flat whites. Honestly, it is phenomenal. You will not believe that such a compact machine can make so many different coffees. Price-wise, we are blown away, and it's so simple to control as well. Very much one button and away you go.
If you're a coffee connoisseur and you want that perfect coffee, you get it every single time with this. All starts with the espresso, but you can make whatever specialty coffees you like, whether it's hot coffees, iced coffees, you can even make tea in it.
You can, hot chocolates, it's a phenomenal. And we do really think if you buy your coffees constantly from those big name stores, you honestly can... It can pay for itself, this machine, so quickly and so easily. Because when you think, and I think we've been quite kind with coffee costs.
We certainly have. You can see a coffee from the cafes on the high street can cost you £3 a cup. You'll be lucky to get it for £3. You could be saving £2.50 a day or £10 for every 4 coffees. Over 15 weeks, the machine pays for itself and we give you 54 coffee pods. That's just to give you an idea of what you spend when it comes to coffee. So if you want to go for that machine, 849501. But we are not alone and we've got to get to work. Because she's here with us, the Queen of Clean.
Hello, my lovely.
Hello,
How are
my
you,
darling.
How you doing?
Very good. I'm working with you two. I'm fine.
I'm working with this.
I know. Oh, I love it. I love it.
I mean, this does everything,
Just so
doesn't
much,
it?
doesn't it?
Honestly and truthfully, it is such an amazing product. You've got a steam cleaner. You've also got a steam mop. You've also got a vacuum. You can use each one independently, or you can use it all together.
Brilliant.
I mean, that is phenomenal.
Fantastic.
Show us. And it's so easy to control, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what?
That's why we're here.
Instructions, yeah. Well, I'll just let you, into a little thing this afternoon when I came. All right? Okay. Yeah. This is how I don't do instructions. Right? Driving down here, gets onto, is it Shaftesbury Avenue?
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Right. Sat in the traffic, waiting for the lights to change. Everybody's going past and thinking, why am I still stood here? Because we should be moving. I was behind the parked cars.
Oh, bless you.
You're not on your own there,
It's
apparently.
so easy.
I thought, why the moving? Then I looked and I thought,
These are parked. That'd be why.
They'll be parked.
Now-
The mirrors were folded in. I thought that's a good giveaway.
We told that story because it's all about instructions.
It is. You see, you
Ease
could have
of
told
use.
me. Fine. But where Polti's concerned, you don't need a degree in technology. They make it so easy.
Right.
So, tap water inside here. This is your little handheld steamer, okay? So you can take that out whenever you like.
Fabulous.
It's got all the tools and you can use it.
So many accessories.
Absolutely. And the thing is as well, when you're cleaning, you're probably doing the vacuuming, but then you turn around and you see on the settee where the dog's probably been sat, and you think, oh, I'd like to refresh that. Well, you've got it at hand.
Or it might be the kitchen, it might be kitchen worktops. There's 14 accessories included in this, and this deal is phenomenal. That's it being used as the handheld. How amazing is that? So we're going to show you on the floors, but it's the most amazing handheld steam cleaner, clean 99.9% of germs and bacteria.
All your accessories included. Look at that. That's our other
Wow.
studio. That was the kitchen, the dirt that came from around the sink. And whether you're going into the microwave or the oven, obviously it's not just the kitchen, it's the bathroom bathrooms as well. We're going to show you it as an upright on the floors. It's such a versatile bit of kit. So steam cleaner, vacuum, handheld steam cleaner. You're cleaning and polishing floor. Honestly, you will be amazed what this machine can do. And our price, well, our usual price of £400 is down to £219. I was looking at equivalent machines from other brands, and they were looking at £400 and £500.
It's so unique, and I love steam cleaning for areas like this because we're not using any chemicals, we're not using any nasties. So in fridges and things, you know, you can put your food straight in there.
Well, that's it. You're sanitising, just using Mother Nature, basically. You're using just water at a high temperature that's dissolving germs and also viruses, which is important. And I think the fact that it's a combined unit makes it easy to use. You've got it with you all the time while you're vacuuming, so you're more likely to just unhook it and do that little job than go and getting the full-blown steam cleaner out and doing it as a separate
But the great thing
job.
is you're multitasking, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Why would you not be vacuuming and steam cleaning the floor at the same time? And then as soon as you see any sort of upright area where you need the handheld, just unclip the handheld and clean the hob and clean the oven and clean the microwave. It's phenomenal. We're massively busy. Haven't got the amount of stock we would like. We're approaching 10% of our entire launch stock because we haven't had it live on air on ITV1 and STV, and you've got a better price than we have had it on our Freeview channel. So my goodness, this is a launch and a half, but that stock is disappearing.
Right, Bev, let's go.
Well, carpets for a start. You probably think, well, I've got a vacuum. But the thing is, with a vacuum, you can't steam with it because if it's necessary, it's a combined thing. So if you're going to clean that, then you're going to have to go and find something else to clean
machine
it with. But the beauty of this is it's a vacuum cleaner which you can use independently, just as a vacuum, without having to do any cleaning if you don't want to, okay?
Now you can hear the power just of it as a vacuum on its own. So don't think because it does all those different jobs that it's inferior at any of them.
No.
We've been blown away by all the jobs that it does.
Exactly.
It's top notch.
It is. So not only can you vacuum, but if you think to yourself is, got pets and you want to be able to just refresh that, if I switch the vacuum off, and I'm just going to switch the steam mop part of it on now, the steam's going to come out through the bottom and it's going to sanitize and deodorize that carpet, okay? So what you're going to do is do two jobs in one. And that's what you want. You want something that makes it easier. And that way, you're getting rid of that pet smell. You are also picking up the loose hair that's down there because the steam will force that dirt up to the surface. Then, if you think, well, I might want to just dry that because it might be slightly damp, and I mean very slightly damp, pop your vacuum back on. Use the suction on your vacuum to take away that moisture that's on there. So how many times would you have got the vacuum out and also cleaned the carpet at the same time?
It's loads of different products, isn't it? You are honestly absolutely incredible because it does it all.
And we also talked about spillages right at the top of the show. The spillages that this machine will pick up on top of all the other jobs that it does. We did this a little bit earlier, didn't we, Bev?
We did.
And it's quite extreme, but it blew us away, this demonstration.
That was David's tea.
On the floor.
He's not been fed. But the thing is, what happens when something like that happens? What do? It's kitchen roll. Then it's mop and bucket. Or, if you're lucky, you've got a steam cleaner. You've got to go and get that unit out. And with this, it takes up spills. So if it's that cup of coffee or the washing machine floods.
Oh, my goodness, all those sort of incidents where you panic and it is the kitchen roll or it's all the towels you can find. You don't even have to touch that. That could have been something quite nasty rather than the spaghetti. And you don't even have to touch it, the machine. And then I guess we can wash everything in the machine.
Everything, absolutely. Brilliant. The cloths that it comes with 3 cloths. These are the cloths, okay? Clip, it's got a fantastic elastic round, so it sits on. They just come off, get thrown in the washer, they're ready to use again. The blue part of them is a scrubbing brush.
Brilliant.
So therefore, you can use it to get rid of that really stubborn
stain. Like a scrubbing brush,
So all you need to do is sit that on there like so.
Great.
Oh, that's easy,
That's the
isn't it?
technical bit done.
Look at
Yes,
that.
Yeah. So first of all, before we clean it, what we're going to do is use the suction. So I'm just going to switch it on. And as you can see, you can look at the...
You can.
It's pulling
Dragging
it
it
in.
Yeah, before
Okay.
it gets to it.
So you are taking away...
Look at that
That spill.
section.
Isn't that fantastic?
And it's not soaking wet
No.
because the suction's more or less
Like
drying
drying
it.
it.
as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely.
Now, what we've done there, we've taken away the spill.
Yeah.
Okay. Just to point out that the dirty water never ever meets the clean.
Right.
Keeps it separate.
Separate
And
tanks.
all these are washable.
Great.
So whatever you pick up, whether it's cat wee or anything like that, you can wash it. Now, the beauty of this is, if you'd done that at home with a kitchen roll, you would have had to have thought about how you were going to clean it. Well, the thing is, you've got your steam cleaner. So now you can then set it on high setting,
Right.
which, because you've got 3 settings on this, you've got medium, minimum and maximum, okay? Heats up in about a minute, so it's very, very quick. And also, you can alternate it between all the different settings.
Tilt that forward, and then you can see that. So you've got your settings. And what were you saying about the middle bit?
The middle bit, that's your, just to tell you that, that's it's your on.
So you can swap it round. Fabulous.
So all you need to do is to click that. Look, just press your finger, and
Whether you
you'll
want the
see
medium, the maximum.
it'll jump all the way through.
Right.
Now I would have it on maximum if I'm doing a serious clean,
Yep.
personally, and that way you'll be able to literally sanitize all the surface. Now the beautiful idea is it will pick up the larger bits. In fact, can we just see the one with the spaghetti?
Yeah.
Because
Spaghetti
that
spinach.
is
It's
just
phenomenal.
got children.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see, and you can absolutely panic, and it could be the cat being sick, and you think, oh my goodness, what am I going to get down there? This is going to allow you to pick up those spillages, even if it is perhaps the washing machine's leaked. But remember, this is vacuuming, it's cleaning, it's your steam cleaner, it's your vacuum. It can do the two together, it can do the things separately. You can use it on all your hard floors. What you can also do as well is use it as the handheld. Now, we've got to tell you about stock. Stock-wise, it is absolutely flying. We're approaching now 20% of the entire stock sold out and gone. And we didn't have as much stock as we would have liked, but I wasn't expecting 20% to be gone that quick.
Now, think about it as a handheld as well. It's your handheld steam cleaner. We saw it in the kitchen, but in the bathroom.
Oh, my word. This is what I love steam cleaning for. Getting around the horrible bits of the toilet, you know, under the toilet rim, but also around where the hinges are. You'll be blown away, even if you clean every single day of the week. There'll always be bits there that only steam can find. And it's killing 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses. So this is the handheld part that connects to the upright part. It's all in one. It does absolutely everything.
And the great thing is you don't have to add anything to it, like I was saying.
The grouting tool is with all these extra accessories that you'll see, and they're all included. 14 accessories
all the
in total.
cloths, all the cloths that you've got.
And
The
they're
great thing
washable.
is they're all machine washable. Just don't use any fabric softener because they're those microfiber cloths you can see there. Take advantage of PayPal Pay in 3, $75.32 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. But you're going to have to be quick. My word, this is flying out of the door. As is the other Polti items. You're loving everything on the show. So 592579 is your item number. Shopontv.co.uk.
Oh, I love it for mirrors.
Oh, she loves
honestly,
it for mirrors.
Smear-free windows, absolutely phenomenal. And when you've got the right tool for the job, and you've got all of these tools, the job is done so well. So this is what you've got, and you have got so much for your money here. You're getting, remember, the upgraded model.
Yeah,
so you've got extra accessories.
It's the 3 clean blue. It's very important that you're shopping like for like here. So all those cloths that we talked about, your flexible steam hose, your steam lamps. This means you'll use it handheld, kitchen, bathroom, all your floors. But it's a vacuum as well as a steam
So it
cleaner.
vacuums, it steam cleans your floor, it's your steam mop, it dries the floor as well. It's an upright, it's all floors, it's a handheld, it's all washable surface areas, it's the kitchen, it's the bathroom. I mean, it's everything.
It is. Here are all your features, like we were saying. The fact that you're replacing all those machines, if you're stuck for storage,
yes,
this is brilliant.
All of a sudden, you don't need a separate vacuum, a separate steam mop, a separate handheld steam cleaner. You've got one machine that does all of those jobs, storage-wise, absolutely phenomenal. We're massively busy. Remember, when this stock has gone, and we could lose it tonight because we are approaching 20% of the stock already sold out and gone, you, of course, can go to Polti.
Of course.
But you will kick yourself because at Polti, am I seeing that right?
£399, almost double the price that we've got it for tonight. This is a real special. Like we said, we did it before on a reduced price, nowhere near the price we've got it for tonight at £219. So don't hang around with this. When it comes to Polti, we bring you great deals across our website. We've got a 24-hour offer,
which is also flying, absolutely flying. And we're not surprised because the deal we've got on this is phenomenal. It's a steam generator iron that is so easy to use, up to 8 bars of pressure, but real simple controls.
It's the Vaporella Express. You don't need to change the temperature. This is why I loved it. You've got all these features, one temperature technology. It's a constant fill. It's not a pressurized system, so you can keep ironing as much as you like. You can go from a heavy fabric to a light, delicate fabric without changing temperatures.
It's lightweight. It's really easy to handle. It will honestly give you results that give you that professional look. And I truly believe Polti steam generators look after your clothes, could save your clothes. How many times have you melted something with a regular, really hot iron? When you're working with Polti steam, it's the steam that's knocking the creases out rather than having a really hot sole plate. So allowing you to get great results and protecting your clothes.
But it's £99. You wouldn't normally pay that kind of price for it. Even with us, we don't have it on that price. It's a 24-hour time-limited offer. If you buy it elsewhere right now, we'll take a look what you would pay at Polti, £179, Curry's, £179, Freeman's, £179. Ooh, Robert Dias have got a deal. It's a penny off £179.
Oh, I missed that earlier. It is. It's £178.99. But you can see with us, £99. The best deal I think we've done with that in the past has been £129. So we brought it down even further than our normal reduced price, but only for 24 hours. So please, you do desperately need to check your baskets out for everything tonight. But that will go back up in price, I'm afraid, at midnight.
Or while stocks last. So be quick. The way it's going tonight, it's gone bonkers already.
Absolutely.
Did you hear that, Bev? A quarter of the stock already.
Has already gone.
Already gone.
Well, let's think about it. You've got a vacuum,
yep,
you've got a steam mop,
yep,
and you've got a handheld steamer.
All in
for that price.
Brilliant.
I mean, honestly, just get it. I can't sort of say enough. Mine's the old model, the red one.
Right.
But I have to say, it still goes, and I've had it years.
Yeah.
And it's just so easy to do. Now, back to what we were saying. So, what we've done, we've picked up the spill, but if you walked on that now, you'd stick to it because it'd all sticky.
Okay.
The sugar that's in the drink and all the rest of it. Well, I've not got to go and get the mop and bucket out because what I can do is use the steam. Now, it's going to sanitise, it's going to break down the grease and the sugar and anything else that's down there. We're going to clean that surface, okay, but we're actually using it on a wooden floor, if you hadn't noticed. Now, there's a little bit of debris here.
Yeah.
Would what that would stop you with a
you
normal
better go get
vacuum.
the vacuum out.
Yeah. Or what I could do is just switch this on
Vacuum's
and do that with it.
Brilliant.
And then I've cleaned it and I've also sanitised it. Well, hang on a minute. If I've got the vacuum on, why don't you use it to dry?
So it's drying with the suction.
Absolutely. So now I'm taking away the moisture that's on there, so anybody could walk on that floor.
Brilliant.
And it's dry. So that
is incredible.
It is. I mean, honestly, I'm not very often lost for words, but I am at the minute.
The floor looks amazing. I mean, it looks like you've polished it as well because it has cleaned, it's steamed. That's your product with all the accessories, 14 accessories, because this is our upgraded model.
Yeah, this is the Vaporetto 3 Clean Blue. Very important. All the accessories, 14 in total. All your cloths are there. So many of you have got these in baskets already. It's really simple to operate. This is the other thing, isn't it, Bev?
Yes.
You don't need the instruction manual.
No, and the thing is as well, it's quick.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're more inclined to have something that's quick and easy.
Yeah.
I leave my water in it.
Okay.
Because it's a plastic container before it goes into
So you can just grab it and do whatever you want.
So therefore, there's 9 times out of 10 there's water in there.
Great stuff.
Heats up so quickly.
And then you've got 3 different steam settings, which you showed us, really easy to control as well.
Absolutely. So if you've got something, you know, a really delicate rug or something like that, and you don't want to have such a force of steam, you can turn that steam pressure down. But don't forget, this part is actually a handheld.
Yeah.
So you can turn that down, and it's actually got a window squeegee with it. So you can steam clean your window.
We saw you do the mirror with it,
Yes.
didn't we?
Well, we
The
saw that
window
did the whole
squeegee.
of the toilet, didn't we? Round the toilet. It's a steam, you know, it's a steam cleaning system for your whole home. It's not just for your floors. This is a vacuum, a steam mop, and it's a handheld. I love this because you can never clean those areas.
No.
Absolute nightmare.
No. And the thing is, if you put all chemicals in there, you're doing 2 things for a start. It goes into the water table, which, you know, doesn't do that any good.
Kinder
Absolutely.
environment.
But also, you're damaging all the seals
Like
that's
the plasticky
underneath.
seals and things, yes.
And that's what makes your toilet seat wobbly
toilet
eventually.
seat.
Exactly. Now, this tool is absolutely awesome. This is a grouting tool, but you believe me, you'll find numerous places to use that. But you can steam clean your towels, you can get rid of the black mold, then you can use the towel part of it. This all comes with it, and that way you can take away that dirt without having to use another chemical. And that's all at your fingertips while you've gone in to vacuum the the floor. Well, while I'm here, I might as well clean the toilet and the tubs. And that's what it's about. It's convenience with this machine.
Making the job so much easier. We talked about the squeegee.
There it is.
Yes.
Absolutely love it. Remember, the Vaporetto, it's the 3-in-1 Clean Blue. But what you must do is check your baskets out. We're massively busy. A third of the entire stock now already gone. I don't think it's going to last. Remember, it is the upgraded model. It has got 14 accessories. And when we sell out, and I say when because I'm quite confident we will, you can buy it, of course, from Polti. But sadly, it is £399. Our saving tonight, it's like £180.
Yeah.
I know.
Massive saving.
I honestly don't know how they've done that, person.
Well,
And you're buying your vacuum, your steam mop, and your handheld steam cleaner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you talk us around it again? Because
so
if
when,
you just joined us, it's
so when you
phenomenal.
get it home, it's going to come with a handle not in, and
Okay.
there's a little screw. So all you need to do is just pop the handle in. It pops in, and then you just push that little screw all the way
Secure
through.
it.
Great.
Okay, that's the maintenance done and dusted, right? Now, this part is your steam cleaner. It even tells you where to push because it says push on the top. It's what I like, you see. I know where I am when they tell me what I'm doing. So now this is your handheld. You also saw with the extension pole that I'd got, because now you don't even have to hold that if you don't want to. You can stand that while you're working at the side of you. Okay?
Fabulous.
So on the top of here, these are your steam settings. I would say 90% of the time you're going to want maximum, because if you're cleaning inside the oven, if you're cleaning around the toilet, just makes it just quicker, that's all. But if you want to control that steam, you can just press and it jumps all the way round. And then when you're happy of the one that you want it to be, like maximum, that's it.
Ready
The
to
job's
go.
done. Okay? That's as technical as it gets. You've got a button on the back to be able to release the
And it's
steam.
so quick.
It is exceptionally quick.
Wow.
This is your water at the bottom. So the 2 grey buttons there, you just clip those together and slide it out. Take it to the tap, fill it with tap water, because there's a filter that's inside there. So if you've got lime scale and hard water, that will filter it out before it goes
Brilliant.
in.
Great
I
stuff.
mean, that's what I say.
Polti think of everything.
They do,
don't they?
yeah. But the thing is, this is why it would be 300 and odd pounds.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that when you sort of break
quality
it down,
and the
you can
build,
see,
yeah.
okay? Now, this part of it is your vacuum cleaner, okay? Everything goes in there. The two never meet, okay?
Great.
So, you can take this out. There are 2 filters in here, washable as well. So you can just take those out, keep them nice and clean. Because don't forget, we've got coffee and all sorts inside there. Spills, now it's not going to do buckets and buckets because obviously the size.
Yeah, you'd have to.
But for spills, for if you spill a cup of coffee or like you saw with the spaghetti, high chairs, absolutely brilliant for around there before the cat or the dog gets to eat it. You know, that's another thing. And then, as I say, that clips into the bottom. But this part of it, this is your vacuum and also your steam cleaner. Now, you see this front, there's 2 symbols of the steam.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you press on that with either your hand or your foot, slide him off and off he comes, okay? That is now your vacuum. That is your hard floor cleaner. Just that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
So if I just want to vacuum my floors, then I would just use it as a vacuum. If I didn't want to clean them, but let's face it, in today's world, there's always something you've spilt on the floor.
Always, yeah.
You know, so it's not making it any heavier or any more difficult because once that's clipped into position, I'm doing this back to front, but anyway, let me just turn it round.
Make it, well, you've
Yes.
got 2 machines in one there.
Yeah.
Yes.
have.
So
It
now that's on.
It was
I've
like
got
a
my steam on.
misbehaving child then. It kept
Yeah.
wandering off. It was like, no,
absolutely,
babe, I'm not
yeah.
going to let you clip it on. Clips on so easily. And now you've got a vacuum and a steam mop, but don't forget the handheld as well. Now, muddy prints,
Yes.
paw prints, footprints.
This time of year.
The weather's been atrocious, hasn't
Yeah.
it?
They have, yeah. I mean, with front door especially, you open the front
Yes.
door, leaves blowing.
Wind,
Yeah,
yeah.
dust,
debris,
all the
yeah.
rest of it. So you can, if you want to, get rid of the larger pieces first, okay? But if you want to just clean the floor, you don't need the vacuum on for that. All you need to do is on the handle, there's the same button that was on the handheld one, which operates the floor steamer. So you press the floor steamer, so now you can start and clean that floor. But you're sanitizing it. You're also making the grout fresher for a start because you're lifting the dirt that's trapped between there. Now, I always believe that a wet floor can be a dangerous floor.
Of course.
Now, though this doesn't over wet floors by any means, there is still a small amount of moisture on it by the very nature of it being steam. So if you feel safer that you want to be able to dry it, then stop pressing the steam button, just put the vacuum on and use that suction of that vacuum
Wow.
to dry that
Oh, gosh,
floor.
you can see it drying.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
But I'm going to go on to the black one because I want you to see that, okay?
And
That,
More, more.
that is incredible. We can see it on the white, but you can't, I don't think, at home. So the black, you'll probably be able to
Do
see
the black.
better.
So if I go and I'm going to steam and vac at the same time,
So you're doing both at the same
both
time
at the
now.
same time, that's the first thing, okay? So that's the steam and vac, and you can see that virtually.
So 2 jobs
started
at
clean.
once.
Yep, 2 jobs one, right? Okay, you can see. Now this one, before, I'm just going to steam on this side, okay? So I'll just get that wet for us, okay?
Okay.
Now I'm going to use the suction to help to remove that.
Wow.
You can virtually see it
You
drying.
can.
Yeah?
And the suction on the vacuum, I mean, as a standalone vacuum, it's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah. If you're just using it as a vacuum, the power is incredible. But then it's the most amazing steam mop as well, and then it's your handheld. It's a complete 3-in-1, but only if you're quick enough to get the stock. The stock is absolutely flying. Almost 40% now of the entire night stock already accounted for. You desperately need to check your baskets out. Bev will be dancing later on. So remember, this is a vacuum, and it'll be the best vacuum or one of the best vacuums you've used because the power's amazing. But then it's also your steam mop, but you can vacuum and mop or steam clean at the same time, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, all those jobs at once, or use it to do the jobs individually. You see here it says 9 accessories. This is the upgraded version, so you get 14 accessories.
Wow.
You're cleaning, you're sanitising, you're vacuuming, you're doing all those different jobs at once if you want to, but you can use them individually. There's the handheld steam cleaner, eliminating odours as well as germs and viruses.
Steam cleaning is phenomenal and kill up to 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses without using any chemicals. So buying a steam cleaner, we would recommend that to you time and time again. But to get a vacuum, a steam cleaner and a handheld steam cleaner,
I know.
it's crazy.
It is, it really is. I mean, the quality of these products are second to none.
That's Polti though, isn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely. If you have any problems with any of your poultry products, you pick the phone up. They're based in Manchester. They actually come and collect your products, so you don't struggle back with a big box somewhere. They'll come and collect it. They'll either exchange or repair it, and they'll get it back home to you between 5 to 7 working days.
Wow.
Not weeks. Days. And I think that's absolutely fantastic.
It is absolutely fantastic. You're seeing all the 14 accessories. Remember, this is our latest upgraded model that's got extra accessories. You've got all of those included in the bundle. Remember, it's an upright, so it's your steam mop, it's your vacuum, but it's also your handheld. Really easy controls as well. 592579 is your item number. Stock-wise, 40% of our entire night stock already gone. This wasn't meant to be. Our iron is a 24-hour deal and the iron's flying. But this wasn't a 24-hour deal, but it looks like it's not going to be a 3-hour deal.
No, it's not. If you want to use PayPal Pay in 3, just £75.32 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. If you've been looking at the iron, we're going to show you some demonstrations. We're going to talk you around it. But if you've got that in a basket, remember, 24-hour deal or while stocks last, less than £100.
Busy.
But back to the Polti Blue.
The Polti Blue, yes, let's do it. Excuse me a second, I'm going to reach over and just take this out.
How
this
easy is that?
Yeah, this is just to show you, you know, in situ. So I'm just going to take this out the way because obviously that one, we don't need that now.
It's not hugely heavy either, which is brilliant. You lifted that down really well.
No, it's not. So now we've got a nice steam cleaner. Compact, easy to use. All the power's in that unit, whether it's in the machine or whether it's that. No compromise whatsoever. Now, if you don't want to stand and hold that machine, okay, you can stand it up, switch him on, because your steam button's at the back. So therefore, oh, by the way, that noise you can hear, okay, because this is obviously one that I've had on the counter. When you get them home, this is the sound it will make.
Ah, right.
It's priming the pump.
Right.
Pushing the water through.
Yeah.
Right.
It's priming that pump to get it started. So that's perfectly normal. So it takes a few seconds for that to come through.
Do it the first time you use it.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Now, after that's finished, then you are ready to go, basically. Now, just before we'll carry on with that in a second, I'm just going to just show you very quickly with the brushes.
Right, fabulous.
Now, this is your grouting tool. Yep, grouting. This one, if you can see, is oval.
Oh, yeah.
So it makes it a lot easier. So it makes it a lot easier for you to get into awkward areas. You've also got the round ones, so you've got 2 of those as well.
Brilliant.
Very stiff bristles on here, okay? Also, you've got the brass bristle brush. Now, you try saying that.
Well 3 times very quickly.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Well done.
What would we use our brass bristle brush for?
All right.
Barbecues, oven racks.
Yes.
Because it's portable, you can actually take this out and do, you know, outside. So you can do your barbecues inside your oven. Also, your oven shelves, things like that, you can use it on, because that way you don't have to do put any chemicals on. That is your, well, can be for anything. Can be
Work
your
surface top,
upholstery. It can also be for your worktops. It also can be for your tiles. You get the sockets with it. You can just wash them and
upholstery,
reuse it.
curtains,
Yep.
all those things, yeah.
Everything. That clips into place as you saw on there. That's your window or mirror
Brilliant,
squeeze,
yeah,
squeegee
squeegee.
as well. This is what we call the actual extension tool. So if you wanted to put sort of things on like, how should I say, if you want to do like in the corner of the shower thing. In fact, can we just show around the toilet, because that
Yeah,
that
think-
just shows you it perfectly.
We love this clip because
Yeah.
of course we can't do a toilet live in the studio, but we can show you right here. And then we took it to our toilet where we were working up in Warrington. And honestly, they have cleaners come in regularly, but look at the dirt and the grime that you just don't realise there is there unless you use steam. It knocks and it finds the dirt. But remember, killing with steam, up to 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses. As the handheld, you'll use it all around your bathrooms, your kitchen, in the microwave and the oven, on the hob, around the bathroom. It's phenomenal.
There's that grouting tool that we were talking about, getting to all the nooks and crannies. There's the tool that Bev had on here live in the studio. So whether you want to do the rest of the whole of the tiles, that's going to cover a bigger area for you. Things like your taps, watermarks on taps.
Oh,
it's
and I
brilliant
think it's
for.
so kind as well on taps, because if you use chemicals, so often you can ruin something. You know, some chemicals are abrasive and really spoil a really expensive tap. You've really got the most amazing opportunity. Can you see there as well, cleaning down into the drains very much too. And then I love it, whether it is for windows, mirrors, completely smear free. What you'll find is all the areas that you can't normally get to, steam can get to, and it can get all that dirt and grime around the hob area. Use it in the fridge, use it in the microwave, and you're cleaning with just water from your tap. The power of Polti steam. But remember, this is your upright vacuum. It's your upright steam mop. It's also your handheld cleaner. It is absolutely phenomenal. Price-wise, I'm really sorry to say, when we sell out, and I'm pretty confident we will sell out tonight, over half the stock now accounted for. You'll have to buy it from Polti, and Polti, £399. With us, remember, this is a complete system that is an upgraded system that has 14 accessories. So you really have got the most amazing opportunity to get, remember, the 3-in-1 Clean Blue. It is, it's an amazing deal on the latest model. And of course, you can clean all these different areas,
Now,
which is phenomenal.
I'm just hearing about the stock. If you do want to get hold of this machine, over half of the stock is already accounted for. Please, if you've got it in a basket, get it home and see what a difference this can make
We're
to your cleaning
vacuuming,
regime.
we're steam cleaning, we're drying as well the floor with the upright, which is phenomenal, and any hard floors. So this is your carpeted areas, it's your hard floors, it's your wooden floors, because it doesn't soak the floor, so those sealed wooden floors
Yep.
it's ideal for as well. But remember, you can just use it as a vacuum, you can just use it as a steam mop, you can actually use it as a vacuum and a steam mop at the same time, and then you've got your handheld. So it says a 3-in-1, but in a way it's a 4-in-1, because it vacuums, it steam cleans, it vacuums and steam cleans together, and it's your handheld. It's one of the best inventions, I think, ever, for
brilliant.
storage especially.
Oh, yes.
But we
yeah.
love to multitask.
We do.
And you can multitask with
Yeah.
this like
Yeah.
you won't believe.
Absolutely.
If I could be doing something with my foot while I'm doing something with my hand, I would be.
yeah.
You're doing that.
Well, that's it. You know, you can start and think to yourself, is well, while I'm here, I'll finish round the shower
Yeah.
or round the back of the toilet or anything in the oven. Oh, for instance, tell you a good place, defrosting your freezer.
Yes,
Yes,
brilliant
you
for
love
that.
it.
And because, yeah.
It just speeds it up, doesn't
Oh,
it?
it does. And you're cleaning at the same time.
Yes, you are, yeah.
You know, so that's good.
And it's another food area.
I love it because
Yeah.
Sean really enjoys doing it, so I don't have to do it anymore. He finds it so exciting. I'm like, great. I'm like, the freezer needs
Yeah.
defrosting,
I'll
darling.
do it, I'll do it.
Do you rent him out? So you've got all these different tools, but I mean, my favourite's this one, I have to say, is the grouting tool, because of just the ease of use,
Yeah.
where you can literally get into
Grouting
that.
always gets so nasty, doesn't it? And how many? Our producer, toothbrush, I was exactly the same.
How long does that take?
Oh, it's a horrendous job with a toothbrush. How quick and easy is it to do the grouting when you've got the right tool for the job? Brilliant.
Straight into all those nooks and crannies, all your accessories, as we say, included. This is the Vaporetto 3 Clean Blue, remember. 14 accessories in total included. It's a vacuum, it's a steam cleaner, it's a steam mop, it's a handheld steam cleaner. That's what we're showing you right now. And all those accessories we talked about included.
Oh, my word, 2/3 now of the entire stock has gone.
You've got to check out on this. Don't miss out.
You need to check your baskets through. Lots more people ordering now than stock we've already sold. You do need to check those baskets through. Remember, it's not yours until you check your basket out. So if we get to a situation where we've got 10 left, it will be the first 10 people to order and check out that will get it. So please, if you're all checked out, we're not far from 10, if I'm honest. You do need to check your baskets through. We're so busy. I love it for things like this.
Because a lot of it is dirt you can't see, isn't it?
It is. And do you know the reason I really love it? Is that we're not using chemicals.
No.
So I can quite happily put food directly onto there.
You can.
For chopping boards and things. I'm always wary. What do you use to clean a chopping board properly?
I tell you, the first place that you want to try when you get this home, you know, if you've got one of the hobs that's set into the worktop, go round the edge of the hob. You will be amazed what's in there because...
Feel unclean.
Yeah, when you wipe a hob, which is like that, you inadvertently push it round the sides.
Then you do the work surface areas and you're pushing it into the edge. A bit like that, actually, around the sink.
That's what I was just going to say. Works exactly the same around your sink area. Watch all the dirt. And this is our working kitchen in our other studio. Watch the amount of dirt that comes onto that cloth. Oh,
and the kitchen is so clean.
It's
but that is the
spotless, that
truth.
kitchen.
It is absolutely spotless. But that's what happens. It all gets under areas where only steam can find that and get it out.
Absolutely. And that's the thing is, like with your microwave, for instance,
Again,
you're
no
going to
chemicals.
put your food in there. And I don't know when people, you know, if they've cleaned with chemicals, when you're cooking something afterwards, you can smell that chemical. Well, that chemical's still got to be there.
That chemical into your food,
absolutely. But because it's easy. Now, I'm probably thinking at home, well, I've always wanted a steam cleaner. Oh, but I can't be doing with a faff. I've got to get it out and got to fill it with water and all the rest of it. The beauty of this is you've got a vacuum cleaner, which you're going to get out periodically. Why not just fill the top part up with water? Then when you're in the kitchen, the bin, round the cooker, inside the oven. Oh, well, I'll just do the fridge seals while I'm here. It's so convenient. It's all in one. You've got one unit to have to find a place for because that is worth 4 units of anything.
I love the fact that it is a fantastic vacuum, as you just saw at the end there. So it's got great power. It picks up a vacuum
suction
for all your hard floors and all your carpetings, all your rugs. Great suction.
It's got all the features you want from a vacuum, like filtration and things
then
such
it's
as
your
that.
steam mop as well. So use it as your steam mop on all your hard floors. Steam and sanitise your carpets and your rugs as well. Remember, when you're using Steam Clean, you're killing up to 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses on your floors. But then we're seeing it now as the handheld, and we've seen that around the toilet, around the sink. We're saying around the hob, use it in the microwave, use it in the oven. It's phenomenal that you've now got one product that does all this.
The other thing is those spillages. Remember, we showed you right at the top of the show how the spillages, it can take up things. I mean, all of these features, ready in 30 seconds, combining all those different machines in one. Vacuum, steam and sanitize, handheld steam cleaner. When it comes to germs and viruses, up to 99.9%, killing them without any chemicals. That's why it's such a versatile machine, but you've got to check it out right now. I'm just going to ask our director, Paul, a big favour, if we can see that spillage again. Because on top of everything else we've shown you, it'll also pick up spillages like this.
This blew us away when we first worked with you, Bev, with this. I couldn't believe that for something like this, it would also pick up. So this could be cat sick. This could
could be anything. Yeah, anything. I mean, if you've got children, you know, especially if you've got high chair,
Yeah.
I mean, that would be quite happening quite frequently, and just to be able to keep on top of it. You know, the thing is with wooden floors and stuff like that, you can't over-wet them. So consequently, you want something that you can clean them, but also not over-wet them and keep them nice and dry. Well, you've got a drying facility on this, so you can pick that spill up, whether it's liquid or whether it's something that's solid. Then you can wash the floor, then you can dry it, all using one thing.
Now, we're just hearing, we're going to have to move away from this for a moment. The reason is we're approaching what we call limited stock, so the very last of the stock. We'll be absolutely honest, we've got so many in baskets. If you all checked out right now, we would have about a handful left.
Yeah, single figures. So if you all check out now, but you can still jump the queue, remember. You can go ahead if you go to the website or the phone and you check out straight away. $75.32 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. It's so many different things. It's vacuuming, it's sanitizing, all in one pass. It's limited stock.
Oh, my word. Our producer said, sorry, guys. And I thought, what's happened? What's happened? What does she mean? It's limited stock. It is limited stock. We are sorry, but well done if you've got this. If you've got in a basket, please, please check your baskets out. To tell you the absolute truth right now, this minute, every bit of stock we have is in baskets. Now, this doesn't mean that if you're watching right now that you can't get it. Sadly, it's hours until you check out. So even if, say we had 10 left, we haven't. Say we had 10 left, 110 of you could be trying to order it, and it will only be the first 10 people that check out. But that means if you haven't even ordered yet, you could be the first of 10 people. You could order it and check it out before anybody else. You can push in that queue.
Look at them elbows.
We've actually got now more people trying to order than stock is available.
So confirm those orders and check out. If you do want to jump ahead, 592579 is the item number. It's brand new. First show we've done on ITV1 and STV. So please confirm your orders. Our 24-hour deal, though, is already flying. We haven't shown it live. This is brilliant because it should be £179. And if you shop elsewhere, that's the price you're going to be paying for it. We've got an £80 saving against those prices. You can see if you go to Polti, Curry's, Freeman's and Robert Dyas, you're looking at £179, shy of a penny at Robert Dyas, but we've got it for £99. And if you want to use PayPal, paying $34.65 on your first of 3 interest-free
And price-wise, we always do a really good deal on this, but I'll be absolutely honest, it's normally £129 when it's a really good deal.
Yeah.
So £99 is even better than that, but like Sean says, only till midnight, or as long as stock is there. And please use your PayPal and get this home and see how Polti can change the way you steam. If you've never had a steam generator, honestly, it completely changes the way you iron.
Oh, absolutely. I couldn't go back to a normal iron.
I've used it. Like when I've been in a hotel and used a hotel iron, I'm like, what is this?
Yeah,
it's
quite
horrible,
so.
Isn't it?
It is. And the thing is, how many of us have looked underneath the base of the iron and it's black, and we've all done that on the ironing board.
Well, we think it's dirt, but we iron clean clothes. It's not dirt, is it?
No, it's the actual clothes.
Yeah, it's a bit of your favourite blouse or your nice trousers. You know, and they go a bit shiny on the pocket, or you can see the pocket, or you can see you've sort of smudged your blouse a little bit. It's on the bottom of your iron. But the thing is, with Polti steam generators, it's not a really hot plate. It's the power of the steam, isn't it?
It's a cooler salt plate. What happens is your normal irons, your conventional irons that you go and buy, you know, from the supermarket or wherever, they're 2,000 to 3,000 watts of heat. 3,000 watts of heat is an electric fire. So that's why
you can melt things.
You can melt things, yeah, absolutely. With these, they're 750 watts, so they're not even 1,000.
Hot, but it's not fire hot.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's hot enough to burn you if you catch yourself, but it's not hot enough to do the damage. And the beauty of this is that means now you can iron all your fabrics on one temperature. Now, that will save you 53% of your time while you're ironing. So if you iron for 2 hours a week, you can do that same amount of ironing in less than 1 hour.
Wow, fabulous.
And this doesn't have a temperature gauge.
No, it doesn't need one, because the thing is, you're using the steam to get rid of creases, not heat. Polti steam irons have 5 times more steam than any other irons on the market.
Right.
That's what he patented,
Right.
or patented, whichever way you
However
pronounce
you like.
it. Yeah.
Tomato, tomato.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now look at this skirt. How many of you have bought items like this, perhaps for a wedding or a night out? You wash it once and then you daren't iron it because you just think there is no way I'm gonna ruin this.
And there's different materials there. There's the light taffeta, there's a heavier material underneath. But with this, you can go from a denim to something like this.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're not waiting to change it. And also, garments like steam, especially jumpers. Yeah. Because what you're doing is you're softening the fibres, and the way that you soften the fibres, it's conditioned. It's like you conditioning your hair.
Yeah.
So therefore, you get longer wear out of your garments. They look fresher for longer, and also it's easier to do really awkward garments.
Yeah.
I mean, where would you start with this?
It's like wedding dresses or bridesmaids dresses or saris and things, and you've got lots of detail.
and
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
You can actually virtually have things on hangers and just steam them on the hanger, and it's only the steam that's going to the material, so you're not melting those lovely sequins and bits and pieces. If it saves just one item of clothing, you could have paid for itself.
Absolutely.
And I do find it does save your clothes, and it keeps your clothes looking nicer for so much longer.
Yeah, absolutely, because you're not using that high temperature that's doing the damage. Now, this is linen, okay?
Which is a nightmare normally.
Yeah. Now, the thing is, normally you've got a water bottle at the side of you, and you're spraying it, because you're thinking, oh, well, that'll make it easier to iron. It doesn't, because it helps to recrease afterwards because of the moisture. But also, you don't need to press onto here. The reason it used to be called, instead of ironing, pressing, is because you literally pressed the iron onto the garment.
Now look at what Bev's done here compared to what she hasn't done that's hanging right here. You can see it looks like different fabrics.
Yeah, it looks dirty, doesn't it? And old when it's creased.
Yeah.
Well,
when it's crisp and ironed like that, it looks phenomenal.
It does. But I like all my things that I do, whether it's cleaning or whether it's ironing, is with a little effort. Yeah. I like it. I like them done. Yeah. You know, but I don't. I don't want it to be hard work. Now, I've just recently changed my bed the other day, and I'll tell you now, don't iron and bedding on the ironing board. Don't struggle. Put it back on the bedding once you've washed and dried it. Put it back on the bedding. Take your iron to the bed and iron it on the bed, because you're doing two things, right? Not only are you getting rid of the creases, you're also deodorising the quilt cover and the pillows at the same time. You know,
you're going through multiple layers with this.
You are. And more importantly, your mattress, because you're refreshing your mattress as well.
And I think sometimes when you've ironed your bedding, you crease it trying to put it on, because it's so difficult.
After you've ironed it,
So, put it on first and then iron it on the bed is a real top tip.
Either that or
everybody does it now, but it's best said.
Or you dip it in the dog bowl as you go.
Well, when you've got a big sheet, that's exactly, it's draping all over the floor,
isn't it?
Now, I have noticed there's been a lot of satin about, isn't there, at the moment? Yeah, very much so. And it's difficult to iron satin because the thing is, you need a fair amount of heat, if you like, to be able to do the satin. But too much, you will damage it. Well, that's why the Polti, they've actually given you less heat, because you don't need that force of heat, because you steam. They've replaced it with the steam. So the steam is looking after your garment, but it's not doing the damage as a normal iron would do.
They look new again, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
It makes the fabric look new again.
Yep.
And it feels, a lot of the materials as well feel so much nicer.
Feel really
I think
different.
it's great for jumpers and things because so often we stretch jumpers out of shape.
And T-shirts.
And T-shirts.
Oh,
and
I'd be
T-shirts
afraid
with
of that.
emblems and things. Perhaps a football T-shirt or perhaps it's a school T-shirt
Ew.
with an emblem on. And you panic because you think, oh, I'm going to melt it.
Very Parisian.
That's very
Are you going
posh,
to the
isn't
Moulin Rouge tonight?
Does she look happy or sad? I'm
No,
not
she
sure.
looks a bit like
Or
I do.
angry.
And I've got to get up in the morning.
Pouting.
Oh, it's pouting, is
She
it?
does look quite angry.
An angry pout.
Yeah, make her happy. Give her a bit of steam.
I mean, look at this.
Steam
I
her a
mean,
smile.
do
Oh,
you know?
gosh, you'd wear this once, wouldn't you?
No.
And then you'd be like... But then you'd wash it and think, I'm
They'd have
never
to
gonna
pay me.
dare. Why, isn't it?
Is that our producers?
Yeah.
That's her big night out.
Yeah.
She just wears that, nothing else, just that. Very high heels.
Fabulous. Brilliant. But that does show you whatever the material, whatever's on the material.
Great.
So it's like a...
Chiffon at the back.
Yeah.
Mind your fingers because it's hot.
It is. It's different on both sides.
I want to know where Leslie's
And then we've got
going
the
in this.
biggest sequins on the shoulders. I'm not quite sure.
Well, I think it might include men in white coats.
Was she a showgirl at some
I think
point?
that club's closed down.
Has it? Yeah. Yeah, I think it retired a long time ago.
Now, massively busy on absolutely everything. The iron, remember, you've got a 24-hour deal only. So it's gone down to £99. Our normal sale price, £129 from £180 practically. So we've gone down even further, but only till midnight.
Yeah.
Sadly, again, whether we sell out or not, this is only up until midnight. At midnight, it'll go back up into price, and you'll kick yourself because if you look elsewhere, we'll have a little look. Polti, Curry's, Freeman's, Roberts Dias, you can see there.
all the same pretty much, £179 at all of those big retailers that we all know. Our usual price, £179. We normally have it on a reduced price. £129 is a great price for it. Not now, £99 or £34.65 on your first of 3 interest-free payments if you use PayPal. You just need the item number 863521. Go to the website. It's the easiest way to shop for everything. Shopontv.co.uk.
PayPal, it makes it so affordable, doesn't it? It's like £35 and it can halve your ironing time. Now, if you're after our 3-in-1 steam cleaning vacuum system, it's all in one, 3-in-1 clean blue. Did I hear right?
Well, it's nearly double the amount of people trying to buy the stock we've got remaining. So if you've got it in a basket, do confirm your order and check out brand new tonight, that 3-in-1 cleaner. It's a vacuum, it's a steam cleaner, it's a handheld steam cleaner. It does so many different jobs. And you've got 14 accessories included. It's normally £399. It's £219 if you get it. As I say, there's so many more people trying to order it.
And you can still order it, even if you haven't ordered it yet, just because we're down to the very last of the stock and more people are trying to order than stock is available. You, right now, can jump onto the phone, order it, check out, or you can get onto the internet, order it and check out. It will be the first people to check out that will actually get it now.
Now, if you are going for the iron, we would recommend this ironing board that we've got. This is designed for a steam generator.
It is, yeah, because when you're using all this amount of steam, you've got to be able to allow the steam to pass through the board.
Right.
If you've got you know, I don't imagine many people's got them now, but the solid boards,
Wooden boards.
like a
They're
some
of them are like wood, aren't
that's
they?
it. That's what it is. There's nowhere for the steam to go. So what happens is it reverts back to water and sits on the top and wets everything through. So this has got nice large holes. In fact, if I move it, you might be able to just see it. If I just... Oh, there you go, look. You can see these nice holes there. Now, I've had mine over 10 years and I haven't got any rust or anything on mine, and I do use it quite a bit. I like the idea of this part because sometimes when you've got ironing boards, time you put your iron on the board, you've lost a proportion of your board.
And sadly, sometimes even if they've got a holding system, it's too small. So you have to sort of use the board, and you lose a huge portion.
You do.
I love the width to this though,
Yes,
as well.
it is. It is extra wide, so you can get, you know, men's shirts a bit wide slider on there. You can get more done, you know. And if you do your bedding, then I mean it's so easy.
And if you're a
on here
dressmaker as well, it's great because you can actually work on
Oh,
here.
yes.
I find it brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, I'd take all my trousers up on my ironing board. Yeah.
Brilliant,
Best way to do
brilliant.
it.
And
So
it's so
it's
sturdy as
£79 for an ironing board like this is a brilliant price. 132584 is your item number. Obviously, if you want to use PayPal, you can spread the cost interest-free with those 3 payments. But we've got to get back to the iron, which is on a 24-hour offer, remember. 179 is what we found it for everywhere. That's our usual price. It's down to £99. But it's really clever because it's that one temperature control.
Yeah, one temperature, so you iron everything. So prime example, we've got jeans and we've also got this dress, which is cotton, but it's got a lurex thread through.
Yes.
So therefore, if you put a hot iron on the lurex, it'd shrivel up, you see.
Yeah.
But you've then got to put a hot enough iron to get rid of the creases on your denim. And then you've got to wait for it to cool down before you turn around and you start to do the ironing on the next bit. So you've gone from your jeans, if I just do that little bit there, okay? So you've done your jeans on that side.
Brilliant.
But I want to do this quickly because
So
just to
quick.
prove
And
that
both
you're not.
sides of that leg will be perfect.
Yep.
And then you can go straight on to your lurex one and not do
spoiling.
without spoiling.
So it's all about the steam.
Exactly, because it's ironing on that cushion of steam, not going from one heat to the next.
Right.
Now this iron is 8 bar pressure.
Which is fantastic.
That's huge. Now, if you've had your pressure washers and things like that, the higher the bar, which means the more powerful it is basically, and the faster it does the job. So that high bar means a fast, powerful steam. Some steam cleaners aren't 8 bar. They are 3.5 bar, a standard issue. This is an 8 bar iron. That means it's got such a power of steam coming out, but it's not wet steam, okay? What it is, it's super dry heated steam. Now this iron also is a self-cleaning iron. So if you've got hard water and you get the lime scale build up, this will actually flash at you and for you to clean it.
Right.
Now all you need to do is fill it as though you're going to do your ironing, which is through the front here. You can add water to that at any point in time.
Brilliant.
Then you press and hold the spanner symbol, which is on the top. Hold that over the sink or a bowl and it'll kickstart the cleaning process. Wash it all the way out, okay? But it only takes about a couple of minutes and it's completed. And you do that as many times as you like.
So
Polti
that means
thinks
the
of
boiler will
everything,
last
Yep.
longer, won't
It will. You've also got a lock on there so you can put it
love
away
that.
easier. You've also got cable storage around here, but also it's got auto shut off. So if you go out and forget it,
It turns itself
turns
off.
itself off.
That's my life.
great, yeah.
In
Yeah.
the car, driving down the road.
Have we checked? Oh,
Have I turned the
better
straightness
go
off? Have I
back.
turned the iron off? Did I turn
Better
that
go
off?
back.
Is the oven on? And you know that your iron's definitely off because it turns itself off. We're hugely busy for everything tonight. Do check your baskets through. But honestly, with Polti steam generators, you can halve your ironing time. And to have a system like this that's so easy where you don't have to change the temperature, you're going to absolutely love it. And of course, we've got a wedding in March. It's weddings are coming up, so you always buy these really nice outfits.
Well, we try. I'm still trying.
Oh, bless you, yeah, because you've got a wedding coming up. Have you not found your outfit yet?
No,
Oh,
no.
bless you.
I'm waiting for the short sleeves coming in.
Oh,
Oh, bless you. You will. You'll
So if
find
you're
it.
a buyer out there with, you know...
we know a shop
get your-
where we
Oh,
can
yes,
send away.
yes.
Oh,
Well, where
so
we
young,
went,
don't
she was
we?
lovely, that
Yeah,
lady.
there you go.
Yeah,
Talk
she's
before you leave.
My
Yes.
daughter's
Actually,
getting married.
I saw some nice things in her shop because
Did
she
you?
puts the stuff on
That
Facebook
you'd
and stuff.
like.
Yeah, you'd like that.
Oh.
Remember, you can, of course, join us on Facebook, YouTube.
Yes, do follow us on
Instagram.
YouTube and
Yeah.
click and subscribe on YouTube. You can watch all the previous
Click and
shows back.
Oh, click.
Click and
not lick.
subscribe, no licking back.
on YouTube.
And follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, all the social media platforms you'll be able to find us on.
Now, I love this, and I know you went when your daughter, who's getting married, was a
Yes,
bridesmaid.
yes.
You took your Polti steam
I
generator
did.
to the wedding.
Yes.
And ended up doing all the bridesmaids.
I did.
The
yes.
wedding dress.
Yeah, absolutely. And it took me, what, 20 minutes, if that, because I steamed it from inside out.
Great.
Yeah,
Difference
so
again. This is beautiful.
that
This
compared
not so
to
much.
that, yeah.
Look at that difference.
Yeah.
My word.
And I think sometimes if you're in a rush, you don't iron, you throw something on, your clothes look dirty.
Yeah.
If you're going
Yes.
for an interview, I'll make sure you've got a pristine shirt.
Yeah.
You know that everything.
Well,
it makes everything look clean.
of course,
doesn't it?
yeah.
I think it makes you feel
And
better.
also, I
uniforms.
think as well, there are, you get people, and I'll talk to them, oh, I don't iron anymore. But there's always somewhere that you need it ironing. Whether it's a funeral, wedding or something, there's always one place that you will need it in one part of your life.
Yeah.
And for this price, it's nearly the same price as one of those, cheap ones.
Handheld,
Yeah,
regular.
handheld ones.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Should be £179. If you look elsewhere, you'll find that's the price it normally is. Our normal great price, and it is a great price when we do it at £129. It is a brilliant price at £129. But for 24 hours, up until midnight, we're £99. So have a look at that price. That is phenomenal.
Yeah, Polti, Curry's, Freeman's, Robert Dyas, you're looking at £179 pretty much. It's down to £99 with us. If you want to use PayPal Pay in 3, just $34.65 on your first of 3 interest-free payments if you want to spread the cost. 863521 is the item number. Check everything out on the website. Everything's flying tonight.
Where's Polti? It happens all the time. We have so many Polti sellout shows. Brand new product, of course, with the steam. So that's been absolutely flying because it's a vacuum as well and it's a handheld. But you are loving absolutely everything. Now, something else that's busy, and I think it's busy because of the weather we're having. We're going through the winter and we're really struggling to dry our clothes. We haven't mentioned this yet, but you're loving this already.
If you're having nightmares drying your clothes at home, this is brilliant. It's a quick and easy solution for drying your laundry. It takes up to 15 kilos
That's
in total.
incredible,
Now,
isn't
the
it?
tubes that you see there, all those different tubes, there's 20 of them. They're all strategically placed and they're heated. So you plug this in and they heat up, but it doesn't cost you a fortune like the tumble dryer. The cost of electricity, 7 pence per 60 minutes. That depends on your tariff, who provides your electric, but it's 7 pence an hour. And you'll be blown away that it doesn't smell your laundry because it dries so much quicker.
Yeah, because when you dry your clothes just hanging them perhaps on the radiator or perhaps you put it on a regular airer, you put your clothes on, you're like, oh, it's got that sort of smelly, I always say it's a wee smell
Musty,
to it.
foisty.
It's a musty, horrible smell. So this is really easy to control. The tubes heat up, which is fantastic. It's there for you to use every day. You can store it away. And some of us don't have outdoor areas actually perhaps you've got a flat, perhaps you haven't even got a garden through the summer. And this can go anywhere in a bedroom whilst you're using it, and then you can fold it flat, store it away under the bed.
So if you want to go for this, 203869, it's a great price again. Usual price of £89.99 down to £54.99, £20.31 on your first of 3 interest-free payments with PayPal. You also get the cover as well, so if you want to lock the warmth in, that's great. So it'll dry even quicker with the cover over the top. That is included in your price at £54.99. Obviously, folders away for storage, so it's really easy and compact. 203869 is your item number if you want to go for that. There's so much available on the website. Take a look at everything. shopontv.co.uk. If you're going for any of the Polti products and you've got them in baskets, do confirm your orders and check out. But that dryer you can see there, 203869. If you do want to get in touch with us here at the studio, it's studio@shopontv.co.uk. Or when you go to the website, there's a little message box. You can message us on there.
Now, Kaz has emailed in and she's actually got this iron. She says, I have the VS 20.20, bought quite a while ago when I also got the ironing board as well. I saw this a couple of months ago and I now have VE3030 as well. I love
Good
the
one.
fact that there's no temperature control. So this is this one. So she bought one prior. She's bought this because she loves the fact there's no temperature control. It's great value for money as well. I saw similar ones in a well-known electrical store and they were almost double the price, she said.
Yeah.
Some actually were over double the price, and we've got an even better deal probably than Kaz got it originally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank
so
you,
honestly,
Kaz.
thank you, Kaz.
Loving
Good
your
morning.
work.
Lovely to hear from you. And you know, once you've bought Polti, I don't think you move away from Polti because Polti is such quality. We've had steam generators from Polti for years.
Yeah.
And we've had a steam cleaning system from Polti. I think we bought that 17 years ago. Honestly, the quality of these products is phenomenal.
So if you want to get that iron that Kaz was just talking about, 863521 is the item number there. And the star of the show has been our brand new steam system. But it's not just a steam system because it's also a vacuum. Now, we said how busy we were. More people already trying to order than we have remaining, but you can still jump in. We're going to show you some more demonstrations. This is a vacuum. This is a steam mop. This is a handheld steam cleaner. It sanitizes with steam, but it's also going to pick up spillages as well.
Well, this is the great thing. You can use it just as a vacuum on its own. You can use it as a steam cleaning mop on its own. It'll kill up to 99.9% of germs and bacteria with just water, no chemicals at all. But then turn it into the handheld, and all of a sudden, it's not just all your floors, it's now all your washable surface areas with all the attachments. Remember, this is the latest model with the 14 accessories, so like the upgraded model. So kitchens, bathrooms, you can even sanitize and deodorize upholstery, you can refresh your carpets, your rugs. It is phenomenal. The fact that this does really what 3 machines will do.
Yes.
But it can very much do so much at once. You're multitasking all the time.
Absolutely.
I mean, storage-wise, brilliant.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, let's face it, trying to store a steam cleaner, a steam mop, and also a vacuum cleaner, you know, I mean, it's a cupboard full, isn't it?
We haven't got all that space, have we?
No,
We
not
want
at all.
the products.
And the beauty of this is because it's all in one unit, you're gonna, you know, think, well, I'll go and vacuum today. Oh, the dog slept on the settee. I want to get rid of the pet hair and refresh it. Oh, hang on a minute, I've got a steam cleaner here. And, you know, you've done it before you've even thought about it. And it's the convenience of having it all in one place.
Will you show us how it works?
Yes, absolutely.
It's going to blow your mind to think you can do all of this at once. We can't spend long here because we'll be honest, not many people can buy it. But though more people are ordering than stock's available, they can still buy.
You can still jump the queue at the moment. So if you do like the look of it, pop it in a basket and check it through straight away.
The first people to check out, they'll get it.
Can I just say that my red one, which is the older model, I paid more than this at the time, and I have not regretted one penny of it at all.
Because it does so much.
It does so much.
You're going to love it. You just need to check your baskets.
Yeah, don't miss this because honestly, it is a fantastic price. It really is. Now, when you get it home, you're going to get it out of the box. This handle is just going to click into position, and there's a little tiny screw that you just put in just to hold it in place. It's so simple and so quick, I can manage it, so you'll be able to do it, okay? You can't get the handle the wrong way round because the cable tidy, if I turn that round, you'll see, is on the back, so you know that's on the back, okay? So, you're going to take this part of it out because that's where your water's stored. Also at the back of there's a filter, so therefore it filters out the impurities before it gets anywhere
so
near.
if you've got hard water.
Yeah. Absolutely. So you're going to switch it on, and to switch it on is to change. These are to change the steam. But on the side, okay, just here, this is your on and off button. So that needs to be switched on into position. That then will light up these lights on the top. Now, all you need to do to set it to what you want it to be, because you've got minimum, medium and maximum. That means the force of steam. It doesn't mean the temperature. The steam temperature will stay the same. So if I wanted to have it on minimum, I just press the middle bit. If I want to have it on medium, press it again. And then if I'm going to do the carpets, I would have it on maximum. So that's how easy it is. Where it says push, means that if you want to all of a sudden think, oh, well, I'll just steam the curtains while I'm here,
Brilliant.
you take it out and you've got your steam with all the accessories that you can see will fit onto the end of there, and you've got your little steam unit. So that then clicks back into position, it's ready to use your vacuum. Now, vacuuming, probably do that every other day, once a week, every day. Okay, so we're busy vacuuming, but you know, sometimes your carpets can smell a bit musty, and you think to yourself is, well, I really got that dog smell and I want to get rid of it. Okay, now if I lift it up just so you can
look
see
how
it.
quick that was.
Yeah, so that's your steam coming through. Now if I just want to refresh it, I can just refresh it.
Great.
I can use it as the steam cleaner.
So you're sanitising, deodorising.
Yep.
So you've used it as a vacuum on its own.
Yep.
You're using it now as a steam cleaning mop.
Device,
On its own.
exactly. So now I've finished that, you probably think, well, I know your husband likes to sit on the floor at night time and it might be slightly damp. You think, oh, I'll just dry it. Well, then just switch, yeah.
Be kind, dry it off.
Oh, so if you
Now-
vacuum, it's drying.
Your vacuum's drying.
For the
Clever.
suction
Yeah,
rises.
it's taking it out. So you have deodorised that carpet, you've also vacuumed it,
How quick.
and you've also helped to dry it.
Whereas you would have gone and got a vacuum to vacuum up first, then you would have
Yep.
got your steam cleaning
Yeah.
mop if it's got a sort of a glider so you can use it on
Yep.
your carpet, and then steam cleaned it, and then you would have had to wait for it to
Yeah.
dry. Whereas that has vacuumed, steam cleaned and dried that carpet or rug in an instant.
I want to just show you this part because
Yep.
this part comes obviously as a part of the machine. Okay, this is your floor mop part, if you like. These are elasticated, so you can take these off so easily and throw them in the washer. No fabric conditioner because it stops the absorbency. But if you get it wrong, don't worry, just stick them back in.
So just
The blue part of it is a scrubbing brush, okay? So it's a little bit stiffer. So if you've got really stubborn marks, it helps to release it a little bit
Right.
easier. So that's also incorporated in the
They
thing.
design things so well, don't
They
they?
do.
Polti?
They really do.
Absolutely everything.
Yep.
That's going to go on the bottom now. 'Cause
So,
we're moving
yeah.
up to our hard floors.
That's it, we clicked.
Right.
So, because we're going to use it on a hard floor, but we've got debris down there, and you think to yourself is, oh, right, I'm going to get the sweeping brush or the vacuum. We've already got it.
Look how quick it pulls it in.
Oh, my word.
As a vacuum.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Just as a vacuum.
So powerful this vacuum is. It's unbelievable. But it might be something that's, I don't know, not very nice that's down on the floor. And you think, well, I really would like to give it a clean, but I don't want to have to go and get the mop and bucket. We don't have to because, remember, switch your vacuum off, you've got your steam cleaner, okay? So now you've got a steam mop on its
Yes.
own,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So what you're going to do now is steam that floor.
How? Oh, you're going to have such a cleaner home, I
You're
think.
You are.
sanitising the floor,
You'll
aren't
do
you?
this instantly because you're not having to get another product, another product out to do the steam cleaning. It's there. You've just vacuumed. Now it's your steam cleaner, which is brilliant. I mean, how quick is that?
That's so fast. And that's what I say. But I want to dry that floor. I don't want to leave it wet. Oh, I know. I'll put the vacuum on without the steam and I'll let that dry that floor.
So the suction dries
Yeah,
the
there's-
surface.
yeah,
And in the
absolutely.
studio, we can actually see that.
can
The great
literally
thing,
see
it doesn't soak the floor. That's why it's great for a sealed wooden floor and it's good on your wooden floors. But it dries so quickly. But don't forget, so we've vacuumed.
Yes.
We've steam cleaned, using it as a steam cleaner mop.
Yes.
You can vacuum and steam clean at the same time if you want to. You can use them completely separately.
But there's more. There's so much more because if you have spillages, it picks up
Oh,
spillages. And
let's
we're
get
not
this. Just
talking
bear with me a
Just
second.
about drinks. We're talking about heavy debris.
Well,
like
that could
this.
be some cat sick. That's
Spaghetti.
spaghetti. So the kids have thrown it round, the high chair, they've thrown it everywhere. This will actually allow you to pick up that spillage, or perhaps
Oh, look.
the fridge has leaked a little
Dog
bit. Or
sick.
yeah, yeah, and you don't even have to get near it. Everything is cleanable as well, so you can wash the container it goes into. The dirty container stays away from the clean water as well when you're
And it
using
doesn't
for steam.
leave anything on the floor.
So we've picked up the spillage. Now we could steam clean it so it's not sticky.
Brilliant.
And then you could dry it as well.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
absolutely. And then what happens? You walk in, or your children come home from school.
Oh, she's off
Bev.
again.
Yeah, and that happens, and you've just
I was
spent
sitting
all
there
that
thinking,
time.
Bev's going to have a drink on air.
Don't forget, it's a handheld machine as well, so you can use it in the kitchen, you can use it in the bathroom. In the bathroom, it's going to be brilliant because all the accessories you need are also included at the price. It's super limited in stock. So many more people trying to order than we have stock remaining. Please, if you've got it in a basket and you want it, confirm your order and check it through.
Almost twice as many people trying to order a stock that we've got. You will still get it if you order it right now and check out. It is going to be the first people to check out now that will get it. Our system is, if it's still ours, if you haven't checked it out, it's still ours. So if we had 10 left, 110 people could be trying to order it. It could be in 110 people's baskets. If we had 10 left, 210 people could have it in their baskets. But it will only be the first 10 people that even order right now and check out that will actually get this. So that's how our system works. So we've got twice as many people trying to order a stock we've got available. You do need to check your baskets through if you want it. We do think this next demonstration will be the last one. I love all the accessories, and because this is the upgraded model, there's 14 accessories with this.
Including all your cloths. There's the window squeegee that Bev was just showing us. Now, you spilt your coffee.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
did.
What are you doing?
I thought you were being cheeky and you just needed a drink. I thought that's unusual for Bev, just to come on air and have a drink. But then I realised what you were doing.
Yeah, I was going to do that. But the thing is, you could come home and the dog or the cat's had a wee.
Right.
You know? Or you might have puppies and you're training them.
Yeah.
So
Or
how...
potty training.
Well, yeah,
So not having to
absolutely.
do it by hand.
Oh,
Yeah.
That'd be great, wouldn't it? What a
Yes,
difference.
yeah.
And if you did it by hand, it would be paper towel. Then it would be your mop and bucket. So you're now at the sink filling the mop and bucket. Or you've got to go and find chemicals to be able to clean it with. You've got the fantastic system all in one. So you can go. We're going to use the suction first, okay? So we're going to take away.
Wow.
Literally drinks it.
Yeah, it does.
So powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It does. So that's it gone. Okay.
It was thirsty.
It was
Thank you.
dirty,
I
yeah.
needed that cup of tea, Bev.
It
Thank
was,
you.
yeah, that's good. But it's got to do some work now because now I want to clean
You
it.
want to clean the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. So now I'm going to steam it, okay? Now I can steam and vacuum and save myself even more time because if I'm steaming and vacuuming, I'm drying it while I'm cleaning it.
Oh, wow.
So not only are we getting rid of the
Wow.
dirt, we're also drying the floor at the same time.
So you're super multitasking now because you're
I'm
vacuuming,
super. Yes.
you're steam cleaning, killing
Yes.
99.9% of germs and bacteria without using any chemicals, and you're drying the floor at the same time.
Yeah.
And if you're blown away with that, it then turns into a handheld.
That you'll use in the bathroom, you'll use in the kitchen, you'll use it around the sinks, all your food preparation areas, you'll use it because you're not using any chemicals. You don't need any chemicals. It's the power of steam. And you can see up to 99.9% of germs and viruses and bacteria. If you want to use it in the kitchen, in the microwave, in the oven, you'll use it on all those different areas and surfaces. And no chemicals. Only $75.32 on your first of 3 payments, but you have got to check out your basket. If you want to add it in, you still can. 592579 is your item number if you want to go for it. And it should be £399. It's down to 219.
It is incredible. That's why it's been so busy. We were so excited to do a show, and we knew we didn't have the amount of stock we would have liked to have, but we didn't think this would happen at this time. It's 1:45. We're meant to be live till 3 a.m. So, well, we will be live, but we won't be live with this product because it will now be for the first people that check out. Phenomenal value for money. So amazingly versatile. It's an amazing vacuum. vacuum. It's amazing steam
Yeah.
mop. It vacuums and steam mops, which is incredible. I don't know a product
Together
like
or
it.
separately?
It picks up spillages and then it's a handheld. This will allow you to do all your floors, your carpets, your rugs, but all washable surfaces all around the kitchen, all around the bathroom. Sanitising as well, upholstery and furniture and things such as that. It is absolutely phenomenal. And when you split that cost with PayPal, it makes it so affordable. But for me as well, storage.
Yeah.
You know, we like to
Not
have
all
these
those
different products.
Yeah, but it's all in one.
Where do you put it?
It's all in one. You don't need all that space.
And
because it's one product.
I think you'll be cleaner as well because you'll vacuum and then you'll think, oh, actually, could do with a bit of a steam.
I'll just steam.
And because you haven't got to get anything else out, you'll just vacuum, well, yeah, steam. Or you'll vacuum and steam at the same time. It's amazing.
A brand new launch with us, a first ITV and STV show for you. You've absolutely loved it. Now, when we talk about it being oversubscribed, more people trying to order than we have stock remaining, you can still jump the queue, can't you?
It's still ours. For the stock that we've got available, really 3 times as many people are trying to order what's left. But you haven't checked out.
Leslie's getting very upset.
So it's still not yours. So what that actually means, even though there's 3 times as many trying to order it, none of them might get it. Because if you actually jump on the phone right now, or if you actually jump onto the website right now, order it and check out, it is now the first people to check out. And we are talking very low double figures. You desperately need to check that basket through. You've got phenomenal value for money. It is the latest, it's like the upgraded model with 14 accessories.
Yeah, these are all included, remember, but you've got to confirm. It's 75.32 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. There's so many of you trying to get it. Please don't miss out if you want it. If you don't want it, let it out your basket. That's great. And just so the other people who are in the queue waiting to order can get hold of it. A brand new launch tonight should be £399 down to £219. So 592 579 is your item number if you want to go for it.
Lots of you have checked out. We are going to have to move away. We'll be honest, there's 19 left. If you want it, you do desperately need to check it out. 592 579. You can still order it and check it out and still get it. But if you do have it in a basket, I'm sorry, lots of you will press checkout and it will say, sorry, sold out, and you will be gutted because at Polti it is £399. You've got £180 saving. Check your baskets through. But something we love and is already busy is our Polti coffee machine.
Isn't it lovely?
Now, we were lucky enough to do that show together, weren't we?
Yes.
Bev brings us all the Polti machines, and when it comes to coffee, you showed us this machine and we were like, oh my goodness. Because you look at it and you just think it's an espresso machine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's so compact, isn't it? It's about the size of a toaster, really.
I know, that's what really drew me to it when I saw it. I thought, oh, good, I've got room for that.
Yes, because so many coffee machines are so big.
Yeah,
some of them
they
are all
are.
singing and all dancing, but all we really want to do is make all the coffees that we like to buy at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And this will do that because it's not just an espresso machine. It's actually got a milk frother with 2 different settings, so you can make your cappuccinos and your lattes and all the really posh ones.
Yeah.
And even hot chocolate.
Yes.
Chocolate. You can even do iced coffee with it. This is where it all starts, with that perfect espresso every time. Now, it does come with 54 of the Polti coffee pods.
Oh, and that's lovely.
But you're not tied to the coffee because you can also use it with your favourite ground coffee as well.
So that makes it really unique as well. If you've got a favourite ground coffee, you can use that in the machine as well. But do try the 54 pods. You are going to fall in love with Polti's coffee. All single origin, and that's what they wanted to do. Not only bring an amazing coffee machine, but fantastic tasting coffee as well. Remember, with, of course, your milk settings, you can froth the milk so it's frothy enough to do the best cappuccino, but also do more textured milk so you can do your lattes and your flat whites. You really have got such a machine that will fit into anybody's kitchen, and it's one touch. It's so simple to use.
And Polti were really passionate because their background is steam, and that's where it all is, the bar pressure of the steam of the machine. But also Stefano, the son, was massively involved in coffee, wasn't he?
Oh, he was, yes, for a long, long time. And I think that's why they wanted to move into...
It was like the perfect marriage.
Yes,
really,
yeah,
wasn't it?
absolutely.
The knowledge of steam.
Yes.
And then his knowledge of coffee.
That just combined.
Perfect.
The first one that they made of that many years ago, I think 1990 something, was bigger than this box. Huge, absolutely huge. It would be something you'd see in a restaurant. You know, who's got room for that in the kitchen?
That's why this machine's going to be brilliant.
Yeah, for that
every
is
home.
more powerful than that first one.
It is, because
you know,
of the
it's
technology
unbelievable.
that comes on.
Do you know where coffee was first found?
Go on.
I don't know the place, but anyway, I'll tell you. It was up a mountain somewhere, right?
Mountain, she says.
Yeah, up a mountain somewhere, back in, you know, BC, and the goats were eating these red beans that was on this thing.
Right.
And then all of a sudden there was as high as a kite, and they realised it was the red beans.
The caffeine.
Coffee
Yeah.
ice.
Yeah.
Goats.
So that's where it was all first
And they were
found,
like,
yeah.
we're going to have a bit of that.
Yeah.
We'll make that.
We're
into a
not
drink
promising you any highs,
No.
just fine quality coffee that we've got
Full
for
of
you.
useless information.
Now, if you want to go for this, 849501 is your item number. I want you to think about how much you pay for
Oh
coffees.
my goodness, I couldn't believe how expensive coffee was. And honestly, we've been very kind here because I know it can be so much more than £3. But we've worked it out for about, on average, around 50p a cup if you're making it with this machine. So you could actually save £2.50 per day. That's on one coffee. I bet lots of you out will buy 2 or 3 coffees perhaps in a day. But you'd save, or £10 for every 4 coffees. And I really think this machine so quickly could pay for itself. Remember, you've got 54 solo pods here, and the coffee is stunning. 3 different varieties of coffee as well, like a calmer sort of morning coffee. Well, when I say a calmer morning coffee, a kickstart morning coffee, a sort of more gentle lunchtime, a more gentle afternoon coffee. You've got 3 different coffees, so they're well balanced. A smoother afternoon, a morning kick. You've got all of that in with your deal. But you can use as well, which is phenomenal, for a
Your
machine like
favourite
this,
ground coffee.
your own favourite ground coffee.
So honestly, when you taste the coffee, you'll fall in love because it's solo origin coffee.
Well, we're forever selling out of the pods now because people that bought the machine keep rebuying.
You know the paintings that they've done. This is what I love Polti for. They don't. They try to put things back into wherever they're
locally
Right,
sourced.
yeah.
So they commissioned these paintings from their painters,
Local artists,
local artists, and that's what's on their box.
You
and
were
then
telling me the originals are
hanging in, yeah,
Polti's
they are
headquarters.
absolutely. So you know, it's putting things back into it as well.
Brilliant.
But I love the idea that you've got different flavours, and also I like the idea that you're not restricted, that you can use it for your own favourite.
And
you
the
might
other
have
nice
one
thing
thing.
is the pods. You can compost them.
Yes.
So
all
They're like tea,
we've
yeah.
got just an espresso machine. We've got this now, but we had just an espresso machine. The pods were all like a metally sort of pod, which we had to throw away, and we can only put pods in it. We can't put ground coffee in that. These pods. These are brilliant because it's all 100% combustible.
They're like coffee bags. They're in
Yeah.
a sealed single unit. When you get them out, you get 54 of them and you get 3 varieties. 849501 is your item number. We talked about Stefano Polti and Francesca. This is them together.
So
this
nice.
is bringing
it's
the
still
two
a family.
worlds together,
It's
isn't it?
still a family business. How long has it been going, Bev?
1978.
Wow. And still
Long
the
time.
family business, which
Yep.
is so incredible, isn't
And
it?
I think we should show you how easy it is to use, the variety of coffees that you can make with it. Lots of you going for this. $51.98 on your first of 3 interest-free PayPal payments. 849501. Should we go make some coffee?
Yes, let's.
That's a good idea.
We have got the most amazing product for you, the easiest way to make your own coffees at home.
Having coffee like you buy in those coffee shops that are so expensive, but being able to make a range of coffee with this, the core espresso from your machine at home that is so compact and from a fabulous brand, the brand of Polti. Making the coffee for us today is Alan, bringing us a great machine and a great array of coffee, Alan.
Yeah, super. But here's the thing, what a lot of people don't understand, well, I'm sure lots do, but people don't remember, is that the basis to every single good coffee, great coffee, is this. It's that shot of espresso. Now, we'll talk about the solo pods in a little while and how amazing they are and the type of coffee that's in it, but this is the basis for everything. So let me show you, right over the front, we have an espresso just here. That's what I've just poured. But then from that espresso, we can make ourselves a cortado. Then we can move up to our flat white, and these are the ones you see in the coffee shops that cost £3, £4, £5. Then you can move to your latte, and to one of the most popular ones, your cappuccino. All of those start from this one espresso
And I
shot.
can't believe you can make all those coffees from that compact machine.
Yeah.
I've got to say, it must be the most compact coffee maker I've seen, but you'd think it would only make espressos. I can't believe you can do everything else.
The thing about it is, and where coffee shops excel in things, is being able to froth that milk. So we can froth our own milk here with the steam wand. Okay, what coffee would you like? I'm going to prove to you by turning this coffee here into something for you. What would you like?
Cappuccino.
Cappuccino.
Okay, right. So here's what we need to do first of all. Okay, so we will now get our milk into our jug. Now you can see here on our steam wand, and always move this with this little handle here, because this stays cool all the time. So you have two settings. You have the frothy one just here, or if I twist this around here, it's to give us the hot milk, or to give us the froth. So you decide which one you want. If you don't want the froth, then that you can stay away from that if you want.
Okay.
But in this instance, we want froth. So I'm going to pop in the frother, and here on the side, I'm going to press first of all the steam button on the front. And now when that stops to flash, I'm going to roll this forward. And again, I'm in control of this as to how much steam.
Oh, wow.
I love that
Looks
noise.
like the ones in the coffee shop, yeah.
How familiar is that sound?
Absolutely.
And this is what makes the difference. Now, remember cappuccino, we're wanting a little bit more froth. So we will adjust that wand up and down to give us lots of froth. If we're getting too much, you can drop it down a little and it will stop giving you froth. And you will start getting used to exactly what you're wanting. And now we
So
have
exciting.
beautiful
Look at
frothy
Wow.
milk. Check that out. Now, here's a top tip. The minute you do that, always have a damp cloth and give your steam wand a little bit of a wipe and give it a little bit of a steam through. That's what you must do for cleaning.
Okay, fab.
Now, here's our cappuccino cup just here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour in the espresso that we made a little bit earlier on. And now, all we need to do is to get that warmed milk, or that hot milk,
Look at the
Oh, wow.
pour it in, and then finish it off with that froth
That's
on the
incredible.
top. Now I filled that up loads and loads and loads because I want you to be able to see that froth on that. And now we will simply sprinkle it with some of the chocolate dust, lots of it, and as requested,
Oh my goodness.
here you go. There's
And
cappuccino.
that is going to
Very
be so
fair.
expensive in a shop.
What, you're going to pay £3.45, £3.50, £3.80 some places,
Yeah.
and in fact
And
some
the
of
rest.
the higher end coffee shops will charge you £4.80 for that.
I'm going to have to go straight in.
Oh,
Go
be
in for it,
careful,
go in.
don't
I don't
go
want
down
to
your
spill
front.
any.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that is good.
Made
That
from the comfort of
looks
your own.
Sharing is caring.
Let's have some.
Good. It's still really full. But that's the consistency there, Al.
Yeah, so
Perfect coffee shop consistency.
absolutely. Now, here's the thing, okay? A lot of people at home will say to
is.
themselves that they want to grind their own coffee beans and do that. That is froth with danger, okay? Because you have to get if you are grinding yourself, the right grind. If it's too fine, too coarse, you don't get the right coffee. But what Polti have done here, remember what we have Polti with 25 years experience, one of the brothers in the coffee industry. He has put all of the best coffee and his basic knowledge of 25 years into these solo
So
pods.
clever.
Now this one is a Vietnamese, okay? Now the reason it's solo is that all of the coffee comes from Vietnam that goes in here, and all of it comes from a single source, okay? It's from the same region. And he has made this and ground it to perfection, so it takes the guesswork out for you.
And the great thing is, in the bundle, you have got 54 of those pods
Yeah.
to get you started.
3 different varieties, yeah.
18 of each. So this bundle is incredible. I think it's going to pay for itself before you know it, because of what you spend on coffee every day of the week.
Well, coffee's become so expensive, hasn't it? The fact you've got 3 different types of coffee included with your bundle, the usual price would be almost £219 for the combined bundle that we've got for you. You're getting your machine, you're getting all your accessories, and you're getting 3 types of coffee for less than £150. It's £51.98 on your first of 3 interest-free payments if you use PayPal Pay in 3 and you pay online. Easiest way to shop, shopontv.co.uk. You're getting coffee from Vietnam. We just saw the Vietnam. That's that morning kick, if you like.
And that's the nice thing. You've got a coffee for every time of the day. You've got that coffee to give you a kickstart in the morning. You've got that smoother coffee for a little bit later on in the afternoon. That's the Uganda. And then you've got a little bit later on, perhaps you need a little bit of a oomph, and it's still a smooth coffee, but it's got that little bit more. So really giving you that excitement for the day, refreshing you, I think, the Tanzania.
Now you're seeing right here that you can also use ground coffee.
That's
in
great.
this
So you
machine.
don't have to always use the pods.
So you're not tied to the pods when you don't want to use them. You can use any type of ground coffee to make those espresso shots that are the core of every coffee that you
Didn't
saw.
realise that, did you? Probably that it is that espresso that starts all of those fabulous coffees. We'll even be showing you an iced coffee and how you can do hot chocolate and tea in here as well.
Hot chocolate and tea as well.
Honestly, this is, I think, a necessity for any kitchen, and the great thing is the size of it will fit into any kitchen. Perhaps you've dreamt of a coffee maker, but you know your kitchen just hasn't got the space. You have got the space for this.
Tiny footprint, and the fact that it can do everything that those big, huge machines in the coffee shops can do.
Versatile.
And once you get that smell, you can smell that aroma of that beautiful coffee. It really brings that wonderful experience home. And instead of going out and going to your local coffee shop in the morning, and don't not go to them still, you're going to do it now and again. Make it yourself and use it. And you know the thing is, if you average these to 50, how many pods do we get? We're getting 80, 54.
54.
That's what I was trying to say. So you've averaged £3 a cup that you would spend out. That's over £150, and you're getting that many pods with this machine. So if you can kind of work
That's it. It's going to pay for itself, isn't it? Really quite.
Now,
Really
Alan's just showing us how straightforward and simple this is. Whether you're using ground coffee or you're using the pods, we'll show you ground coffee.
And you get 3 different filters, and it's really easy to know which one to use.
Yeah, well, let me show you that. So this is the portafilter number 1. Okay, here you can see here that I put it into the group handle, and this one with the little star function inside is the one for the coffee pod that you get with this. If you want to use ground coffee, well, we give you this one here and this one, single shot, double shot here. Okay, so you get all of those with it. Brilliant. So let me show you how easy it is to make a coffee. Pop your pod in, and simply, I'm back to front here. We simply get the group handle, and we turn that in like that. Make sure it's locked into place. And then up here on the front, what we can see is we have our power button on. We're on steam at the moment. Press any button to bring it back here, so these lights are all on.
Right.
In this instance, we want a single cup, so we simply press, and we will see that will start to pour. Now remember, the perfect beans have been ground to the perfect grind, the perfect fineness, to give us the perfect shot of espresso. And remember, the Italians are behind this, Polti Italian family, and it comes up when you see that here, how amazing this looks.
Stefano, the brother, I mean, he's been into coffee, I think, for years and
25 years.
But obviously worked with Polti for many years as well, but wanted to bring his coffee passion and his knowledge that he's learned over the last 25 years into the business, and that's exactly what he's done, and he's done it with such an amazing machine, which is fabulous.
Yeah, that was Stefano and Francesca Polti that you saw just there. So we've got our espresso shot.
Yeah.
It's time to order up another coffee.
Okay, so let's do a flavoured latte, shall we? That's really a big popular one as well. So we'll get our little latte glass just there. We've already got our espresso here with a beautiful crema on top. So what we're going to use is we're going to do a caramel latte. How does that sound? So what I like to do is, rather than just pouring this straight in, what I like to do is I like to coat the glass with the, actually this is starting to run out, so I'm going to pour it from the bottle because we've been using it this afternoon making wonderful coffees. So we just pour that in around the lip like that. So when the coffee pours and the milk goes in, it's going to take the flavour all the way down the side. So we've done what I consider to be the hard work, which is not hard work in any way, shape or form. And I'm now going to pop over here, and I'm going to now use, again, our wand, pop this into the milk. Remember, on the front, we press the button here for steam, just up here where my finger is pointing, and you'll see that flash for a moment. While it builds up that steam, it's ready now. It takes seconds, it really does. In goes that milk, and again, or that wand into the milk, and here we go. Bring that down, listening for that sound, and you will get used to this and what it will do and the effect that it will give you on the amount of foam that you have, whether you want it to be really foamy or not so foamy. Latte will have a little bit of foam. And now we're just getting that heated up. Keep an eye on the temperature on the side.
It's also
just
the,
like that.
the texture to the milk, isn't
Absolutely.
it? It changes it completely.
It really does. Turn that off when you have the milk to the temperature you want. Now remember, you must always use a damp cloth and just clean off that just
That's
there.
a great top tip. That's going to keep it
Important.
clean.
Keep that
all
clean.
The time.
If you leave that to dry the milk on, it's really hard to get out.
And how quick and easy is that if you get into the habit of doing that every single time?
Really
Making
simple.
coffee is going to be so simple with this.
Now we've got our syrup in here. We're now going to pour in our shot of espresso just there. And again, let me just tidy up as I go along, because a clean barista is always the better barista.
We'll come back if you're clean.
Barista. So simple. You don't need skills at all. You just literally need...
And that's the great thing. You're going to think you're a barista, but actually you're not. It's just you at home making fabulous coffee for friends that have come round for a cup of coffee. What do you fancy?
And you've
today?
got to remember, this machine will make all those milk
Which is
favourite coffees,
amazing.
as well as your espresso. Lots of
Those
machines.
colours.
Yeah, that's
Look at those
separation.
colours.
That's the most exciting bit, isn't it? Watching the milk settle. I
There
mean,
you
that
go.
looks
we go.
amazing.
Do you want to go
That
first
No,
on
you
this
go
one, madam?
first. You
Now,
go first.
some people like to have a latte with quite a bit of foam on it. Some people like a wet latte.
Well, you
hear them
make
saying
it
wet. You can have
bespoke,
you
don't
make
you?
it bespoke. You make it the way you
Is it
want it to
good?
be.
Oh, that's like a dessert.
Oh, you really
gorgeous,
have got a
isn't it?
moustache
Have
now.
I?
Definitely.
Apologies.
Oh, let me.
Go on, your turn. Oh, that is good. Isn't that? It's
wow.
It's like a dessert.
Wow.
I don't think
Good,
I've
isn't
ever
it?
had a caramel latte.
That's
Oh,
beautiful.
caramel latte is beautiful.
Let me
You
look
can-
after that
and you
for
can
you.
That
get those
is
syrups everywhere.
lovely.
You know, you can get the syrups. You get butterscotch. You can get
And in the seasons, it's nice to do sort of Christmassy ones and
Christmassy
things like that,
ones.
isn't it? So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And then in the summer, you can be doing your iced coffees as well. It's so versatile. That is just, that's my favourite.
Made a right
possibly,
mess on
so-
there. Look at
so
what I've made.
far.
Oh, I've made a complete mess.
You did make a complete
I made a
mess,
right
didn't you?
mess.
But it tasted amazing.
It
was
did.
And that's the nice thing. It's so versatile, yet it looks like a machine that will only do espressos. It's so compact. So if you've looked at coffee machines, normally they're so
Huge
big
machines, aren't they?
that we can't all fit them into
And
our
hundreds
lives.
and hundreds of pounds.
Yeah, yeah, thousands
If
of
you want
pounds
them
at
to make
times.
all those varieties of coffees that we were talking about, remember this starts with that perfect espresso every single time. You've got that solo origin coffee included, 3 different varieties of coffee, and you can also put your favourite ground coffee in. If you've bought the machine already, we have got the coffee back in stock, so it is available on the website shopontv.co.uk. But if you want to get the machine, $51.98 on your first of 3
Yeah, remember, you get 54 pods as well, 3 different varieties, all those solo coffees that taste absolutely fantastic. You've got the morning kick, you've got a well-balanced sort of afternoon and a nice sort of late afternoon coffee. Price-wise, phenomenal, but of course, you can use your own ground coffee. It's just so versatile. And when you think about how much you spend right now on coffee, I was blown away when we started, because I've only started drinking coffee since we started doing nights.
It's true.
I used to be just a green tea lady, but now sometimes I need a really nice strong coffee. Coffee is so expensive to buy.
Well, if you buy it in the high street at the coffee shops, it can cost you a fortune. And we've worked out a very rough cost here to give you
Very
the idea.
kind rough
And you can see with this machine, with the pods, about 50 pence a cup it costs you. Coffee from a cafe, a barista on the high street, can cost you around £3 per cup if you're lucky. I tell you what, I'd
We've
love
been
to go to
very
that coffee
kind
shop,
there,
£3.
absolutely.
You could be saving £2.50 a day or £10 for every 4 coffees. And with the offer at £149, which includes 54 of those pods, saving £10 a week on coffee you bought could pay for your machine in 15 weeks.
And I think you'll save so much more than that, because I think lots of you buy a lot more coffees
You do, don't
than
you?
that. And the nice thing is, perhaps you won't go to the coffee shop now. Perhaps you'll invite friends round to yours and you'll make your coffee yourself. Because remember, this will not do just an espresso. Because you have got the frother with 2 different settings, you can do all those different coffees and you're making them. And if you want to add any extra flavours in, it's so versatile. You've got the 3 filters there. One is for, well, 2 actually, for your ground coffee. coffee, one for a single, one for a double. But then you also have your filter that will allow you to use then your actual pod.
And you can choose whichever kind of coffee you want to make, because when you look at this machine, you think it's an espresso machine. Well, it is. However, with that milk wand on the side, you can make every speciality coffee. And the fact you can adjust that wand is brilliant.
Yeah, so the start of every coffee is an espresso, and this is your espresso. It's one button press and allows you to get the best, I think, espresso. But then at the same time, then you can create from that one espresso all your cappuccinos, your lattes, because the milk frother has 2 different settings, and that will allow you to get really frothy milk, and that will allow you to make the cappuccinos. But then you can get more textured milk, which is nice actually for hot chocolates, or that's more your lattes and your flat whites. So it's so versatile.
And in the show, Alan made us an iced coffee, didn't he? So don't just think it's for your regular coffees.
Make tea.
You can even make your tea in there.
I think this would be great if you've got a nice bedroom. I've always dreamt of having a really nice big bedroom. And then you've just got a nice little table area, and on the table is your little coffee machine. And you wake up in the morning, imagine as well you've got an amazing view, so you draw back the curtains and you stay in bed. You think, oh, fancy a coffee?
Perfect
and you just got to go there to get your coffee or your tea or your hot chocolate, whatever you fancy. How great would that? And that machine would fit into those areas.
It doesn't take up a huge space, like we said, but it makes all those favourites.
Great wedding gift.
Yes.
You know when you want to buy a wedding gift, because I don't really like to give money, because you're always like, is that enough? Is that too much? How much should I give? But with this, you've bought a gift. Perhaps your brothers and sisters, and one of your brothers and sisters is getting married. You can all do a payment each. And what a great present, because this is something people probably don't have. How great is
My
that?
word, we are so busy on everything we've shown you. So if you want the coffee machine, 849501 is your item number. We're going to give you one last reminder, I think, of our fabulous Polti 3 Clean. Now, it's single figures of the stock that we have remaining, but there are 70 plus people trying to buy that stock. So if you've got that in a basket, check out. If you want to jump the queue and you want to get it, you can still do that. 592579, what is it? It's so many machines in one.
It's an amazing vacuum. It's a steam cleaning mop. It can vacuum and steam clean at the same time, but this also is part of the machine. It turns into a handheld. So not is it only an upright for all your floors, all your carpets, all your rugs. It's a handheld for all washable surface areas, kitchens, bathrooms, upholstery, refreshing upholstery, and it comes with 14 accessories. This is the upgrade to the original, and 14 accessories included in this bundle, but only now for the first people to check out, because sadly we've got so many of you will press checkout and it will say sold out, but you can still order and check out and still get it. It is the first people to check out, but you must do that as soon as you possibly can now. Such great technology, and very much 3 machines in one, so saving on storage, and I think you'll keep your home cleaner. Because you'll vacuum and think, oh no, I didn't need to steam clean this actually, and you'll vacuum and steam clean. Yeah. And then you'll see a bit of a mess in the kitchen. You think, oh, well, I may as well get the handheld off and I'll do that because it's all right there.
It's all right there. So 592579, all available on the website, on our live show. So shopontv.co.uk. You can watch the live show. You can catch up on previous YouTube shows. If you are looking for coffee, Lee messaged in and was asking about the pods for the machine. Remember, you get 54 with the coffee machine. If you want extra pods, we've got them available on our website, but you can buy them directly from Polti as well. Remember, you've got varieties or you've got your favourites. So if you want all the same coffee, you can order however you like. That's the great thing. It's all about choice.
Having the variety is really nice. So if you haven't tried, you know, the coffee before, and or you've bought the machine, you think, well, actually, I like all of them. Yeah. Go for the variety. But if you do have a real outstanding favourite, I think you'll like them all. You can just buy it
But you can put your own ground coffee in there.
Yeah,
as well.
That's the thing. It's so versatile, that
for
machine.
You.
It's fabulous.
And Polti specials tonight galore. We've got a 24-hour offer on our iron.
We've got another thing selling out. Limited stock on the ironing board. If you want the ironing board, it is now first come, first serve. First people to check out we'll get it. We're down to the very last of the stock. And we do need an ironing board like this when we have a steam generator, don't we?
Because when you've got all this amount of steam, it's got to be able to pass through the board, okay? If you've got solid boards, unfortunately the steam will revert back to water and it will wet everything through on the top. So this has got nice large holes, what will help for the steam to pass through, okay? As you can see. Also, you've got a nice padded cover. So don't be tempted to put more padding in.
Plain silver.
Yeah, your cover will be
plain silver. But as I say, don't be tempted to put more padding in because it's already padded. It's washable. I mean, I think in all the years I've had, I think I've had either 2 or 3, and that's been my lot.
And it's such a great size. It's super sturdy. If you've had the rickety ironing boards where they seem to move as you're ironing, but it's a nice width as well. So if you want to do your bedding, but also great if you are a dressmaker, or if you want to, like you say, put a hem up, or if you want to do, it's amazing. You'll find it's so versatile.
It is a good work table, yes. And also, you've got this part to it where the iron will sit rather than taking up room on your ironing board.
So it's designed for a steam generator iron. £79 your price, £28.65 on your first of 3 payments, 132,584. But that's limited stock for the ironing board. The iron, however, is what we've got a 24-hour deal.
That's not going to be far.
You're right, it's not far behind. If you want to go for a new iron, a steam generator, and you want a bargain, this is a heck of a bargain because our usual price is £179. If you shop elsewhere, we've had a little look around at big retailers where you would all shop, and you're looking at £179 pretty much at Polti, Curry's, Freeman's, and Robert Dyas. We've got it for 24 hours for just £99.
Now, we always try and do a deal, and our best deal normally is £129 for this iron. So to bring it down even further to 99 is phenomenal, but it is only up until midnight. So do grab it, check your baskets out. Because a steam generator, and especially a Polti steam generator, because it's been proven, can halve your ironing time,
It
can't
can, by 53%. And I know that because I went to the weights and measures and did it, actually.
You did the experiment
I did the experiment myself. And so, therefore, you know, they timed me how fast I was going to do this pile of ironing with a Polti iron, and then I had to do the same pile of ironing with a different type of manufacturer's iron. And Polti is 53% faster than all the other irons. That's down to the fact is you're not changing the sole plate. It's a 1 sole plate temperature, but you've also got 5 times more steam than the other irons on the market.
And you haven't even got, you can't even change the temperature on this because you honestly, you don't need to.
Nope, you don't need to. So, you know, those of us with glasses that we could never see the dial and you're like this.
On and off, on and off.
Yeah, on and off. You don't have to worry about that now.
Just turn it on and that's it.
That's it. Heat up time is, I think, about 20 seconds. It's so quick.
8 bars of pressure, which is phenomenal.
I know, it's phenomenal, that is.
If you look at irons, 8 bars is so good.
Is a lot.
For under £100 is crazy.
I've worked for Polti for a long, long time, and I've always been aware that sort of round about this time, because people's had Christmas and all the rest of it, they tend to do some really cracking deals. But I have to say, hand on heart, I've not known them do them quite as keen as what they have. So if you've been thinking to yourself is, I would really like to try one of these irons, now's the time to get it. It
now
really
you've
is.
piled up a whole bunch of babies.
I was just, I was just playing. I don't
They all
know.
look like they need ironing.
Yeah, they do.
How else are you going to iron them all at once?
I'm going to iron them all at once because the thing is, I mean, obviously, if I was at home, I'd put the arm, I'm going to say the legs then, the arms, you know, nice and neatly. But the beauty of this is you're not having to press down. If I just hold it with my finger and thumb, the steam's doing the work because that's what's penetrating through these different layers, not me pushing it down.
Right.
So therefore, when you've ironed using a Polti, you don't feel like you've been 10 rounds with...
No, you're not doing that work at all. It is the power of the steam.
It is,
And the reason you don't have to change the temperature is the sole plate. You don't need a burning hot sole plate to iron. That's when you ruin clothes, you melt clothes.
Yeah,
so you've got a cooler sole plate. And it's the 5 times more steam that has ironed all of these. It's gone through every layer.
Every layer.
And if you've got a little one, how many of these do you wash And you do want to iron them because they look dirty if they're creased.
Yeah.
And that's iron the whole lot.
Yeah,
Obviously, I
absolutely.
would do the arms as well, but do the arms the same, do them tidy.
But when I say exactly, you just lay them on top of them and that would be it. But, you know, that could be T-shirts, that could be underpants if you still iron underpants, or, you know, any tea towels, anything, you know, whatever. Oh,
napkins.
You want to have had my mother where the handkerchiefs were concerned.
Oh, was she strict? Oh.
You got to have a dead square like that.
Oh.
Hey, and the iron was as heavy as lead. No, you didn't put it in the fire. I was a bit older than that.
It was the weight of it that did the work, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was your elbow grease that, you know, it was your power that was helping, whereas it's just the power. So you can virtually hang clothes up and steam on the hanger and you'll watch the creases knock out, which is amazing.
It is. It just takes the effort out of it. It also takes the guesswork out of it. You've got a powerful line that's going to cut your ironing time down. You might be somebody who takes ironing in as a job.
Yeah.
You might iron, I don't know, let's say 10 hours a week. You can do that same amount of ironing in less than 5 hours. You can either give yourself time back or you can double your income. I mean, it's fantastic.
And if you have to iron at home loads of uniforms and shirts and, you know, school uniforms, work shirts, this is making that job so much quicker and so much easier.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's not the chore that ironing used to
No.
do.
You're going from one fabric to another without changing anything. That's why this is such a clever ironing system. Look at the difference between the bit that's hanging over the board and the bit that Bev's just
It's like
done.
a professional finish, isn't it?
it
It
is,
really does give you that crisp, clean iron look.
There's a lot of brush cotton about at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
a lot of.
cotton in the winter. Oh, nice
I've
and
got one of
cosy.
those fleece ones
You
on.
were telling
Oh,
us.
you love it, don't you?
Oh, it's like getting in on a cloud. Yeah.
Climbing inside a tent.
Oh, it is.
And Bev does as well. She actually washes her, and lots of us do the same now because Bev told us, washes her bed in, puts it back on the bed, puts it back on the pillows, puts it back on the bed and back on the duvet, and actually irons it on the bed.
I do.
And what you'll find as well, because you're using the steam, you're sanitising through to the mattress, through to the pillow, through to the duvet, which is brilliant, clever.
And not all irons will do that because it's the force of steam that your Polti's got. You've got 5 times more steam because it's steam that gets rid of creases, you know, not heat. What heat does is melt fibres of the fabric if you get it too hot for that particular garment. This has got 5 times more steam. That's why it's more powerful. Polti has patented or patented, whichever way you want to say it, that part of the iron.
Right.
So nobody else is going to have that kind of
He was
level.
very much the first to bring out a steam generator that we could use at home.
It was.
He wanted,
Back in
he saw the
1978.
industrial ones, and he thought, I want to have that in your home.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, well,
amazing.
it was him and his wife who they're in the basement of their flat, and that's where they came up to this one. Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
So garments like this, that you've got cotton, but you've got things like this, like macrame lace and all that sort of thing. Well, I think it's that. You get that too hot, that would shrivel, and that's the reason you brought that particular T-shirt in the first place, and you probably paid a lot of money for it, and you've ruined it in one go. But where you Polti, it just glides over those surfaces. If you've got school uniforms that's got logos on, you don't have to do it on the top of the logo if you don't want to. You saw how many of the baby grows we went through. You can do it on the back without having to reverse it.
Well, you can virtually just hold the steam over it.
Yeah, and Bev went straight over the detail, straight onto it. Feels like a cotton on the.
It's quite a thick cotton, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, quite a heavy cotton,
Yeah,
really
it
good
is.
quality.
Yeah.
But you go straight from one fabric to another with this.
Yeah.
I love it.
Whether it's silk to linen or you know, or silk to denim, where you think you'd need to change.
Or
the
denim to
temperatures.
silk, you know.
Yeah,
when you've got it
absolutely.
normally a higher temperature.
You don't need to change. And if it was
Look at
something like
this.
this,
Whoa.
wow. Where would you start? This is something that I'd perhaps you'd buy, you'd wear once, you'd wash it, and then you'd just keep putting it back in the washing basket, the clean washing basket, because you're like, I daren't iron that.
No.
Because you'll think that I'm going to melt this. It's
Well,
going to be
yeah.
so easy to melt. There's 2 different fabrics there as well. How do I iron this? Because it's got movement
I
to
want to
it.
say you've got all this particular you know, cut out bits and everything else. And what would happen? You know, you'd iron it and then you'd crease the bit that you were ironing underneath and you'd be back to square one. And same as you said, you'd lose the will to live trying to iron it.
You'd give up. You'd think, well, I'm never going to wear that again because I can't iron it.
So,
that's the way. I iron so many of my clothes like this. Yeah. Well, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I don't stand and iron for hours on end. I will just get it out. You know, I'll put it away and I'll iron it before I wear it.
absolutely. You see, that's the thing with Polti. Heat up time is so quickly, and so therefore that one shirt in the morning. But I would say I would do a good 70 to 80% of my ironing on the hanger.
Yeah.
In fact, when summertime comes, I wash them, put them on the hanger, put them out on the line, and then I'll take the iron on outside and I'll just blast them so they're ready for going in.
Yeah.
It just makes ironing so much easier. It's such a brilliant price at £99.
And if it just saves one item of clothing, it's paid for itself. How often do you look at the bottom of your iron, you think, oh, that's dirty, and then you're wiping it on the ironing board? That's not dirt because you're ironing clean clothes. That's your blouse that's melted on the bottom of your iron. That's your trousers. You know, you've got that shine on your trousers.
Yeah,
Like,
the
why are they
pockets, yeah.
shiny now? That's because your iron has ruined the material and it's on the bottom of the iron. So what you'll find is I think this will save your clothes and it will pay for itself so quickly and easily.
Definitely. We had a question from Debbie. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
Debbie
Hi,
was asking,
Debbie.
is it heavy? But the great thing is you're not carrying the water in
No,
the iron.
not at all. It is so lightweight. It really is, because all your water is in the base. Now that will
the weight
be
on there is the base.
the base,
And the whole unit,
the whole
isn't it?
unit.
So
Exactly.
that's not what you're pushing around when you're
No,
ironing.
not
That's what
at
you're
all.
putting and
I
putting
would
into
say
a cupboard.
half that.
Oh, easily.
Probably
maybe
less.
less.
Yeah,
Less than
probably
half.
less.
And the thing is, like I've shown you before, you're not having to push that heat through. I mean, you can still use it, finger and thumb. It still works. It's still getting rid of the crease because the steam's so powerful. You're not having to do the hard work. So yes, it is extremely
Remember,
light.
price-wise, only this price till midnight. You've got an amazing deal. Elsewhere, it is £179 on a whole, which is our regular price. We always do an offer on this, and the best offer we've done, £129. So we've gone even better than our best offer. But as you can see, even better than everywhere
Yeah,
else.
all big retailers. Polti directly, Curry's, Freeman's, Robert Dias. You're pretty much 179 at all of those retailers. With us, less than £100, 99. So if you want to use PayPal, £34.65 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. 863-521 is your item number.
Can't believe 8-bar pressure
yeah.
for this money. It's Polti, steam generator from Polti for under £100.
Yeah.
And we get so excited when we get these deals. But remember, it is time limited, this one.
And don't forget, you've got 2 years warranty. And also, if you have any problem, pick the phone up. They're in Manchester. They'll come and collect it from your home. They'll either exchange or repair it, and they will get it back to you between 5 to 7 working days. Now, I've paid more for an extended warranty on a television than what the iron was at original price. Not this price, original price. So even if for 2 years, you've got 2 years
So good.
for a fantastic
It's a white
price.
glove sort of
It is.
treatment, that, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it
It's
is.
Service, it's fabulous.
And even after the 2 years, they'll still do the same service. You just get an estimate for the work to be
Brilliant.
done. You
And
know?
they're so passionate about customer service
Yes.
and looking after their customers.
And
Still a
quality
family
products.
company.
Yeah.
One of our products we've probably had for about 17 years.
I bet, yeah,
same
easily.
thing,
The
yeah.
quality is amazing.
Yeah.
Now, I've got one last item to iron, and this is, well, we've all been discussing this very pretty top.
The big Saturday night out top, that, isn't it? My word.
And we've got a little bit of everything.
I'd
The-
have
the
to be drunk to wear
The front material is different to the back. So the front is like a real sort of satin, and the back is more
a
chiffon-y sort of.
Chiffon-y.
Then we've got
like the sequins,
sequins,
shoulders.
It's
and
that
then we've got
bit.
detail on the front.
Ooh, it's lovely.
Showbiz, that.
I mean, don't she look happy?
That looks like something out
I
of
think she'll be
Dynasty,
happier when she's less creased.
Do you think so?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make her happy.
Yeah. Come
So
on.
again on the
Come on,
hanger,
love.
and if you have got things with a lot of detail, with perhaps it's saris, perhaps it's a wedding dress, perhaps it's a bridesmaid dress. The nice thing is, Bev doesn't need to put the iron onto that garment. She can just hold it back, and it's the power of the steam.
And it's coming
that knocks
straight
the
through.
creases
Yeah.
off, yeah?
So it's doing both sides
Yeah,
at once.
doing both sides at once, yeah.
Great. What a
So
difference. She
She's
looks
still
much
not
happier.
smiling.
No.
You do need to check your baskets through. Only this price till midnight. Then it will go back up in price. And sadly, if it does go back up in price, you'll think, well, I'll look elsewhere. You'll find our regular price, £179, is the price you will find it elsewhere. You'll kick yourself. You could have saved virtually £80. Polti curries, Freeman's, Robert Dias, just a penny less than 179. You have got that exact same iron for £99. And remember, you can split that cost with PayPal Pay in 3, but do remember, tomorrow, midnight tonight, it will go back up in price. So you have only got this as a limited time deal. So 863521 is your item number. I'm busy on so many items on our website. It's been really lovely to have your company tonight. Remember, when we have Polti shows, they're always a little bit of a sellout show because I think lots of us know the quality of Polti. And remember, they were the very first to bring out a domestic steam generator for the home. Originally, saw the industrial units and thought if we could only have that in our home, and that's exactly what they did.
I just love the fact you'd have to change the temperature. You're not waiting to get hotter or cooler, depending on what fabric you're
Over
doing.
the years, they've realised that that's unnecessary. So all of a sudden, the system's so easy to use. And I truly, hand on heart, think this can save so many of your clothes. The ones that you sometimes melt, the ones that go shiny and you don't wear them anymore because you've over-ironed them. Because this is the power of the steam, like you say, and not the power of a hot sole plate.
Yep.
It really does save your clothing.
24-hour deal or stock dependent. 863521 is your item number. Now, speaking of laundry solutions, these are brilliant. This is a heated airer. That means all the tubes that you see here warm up.
Such a clever idea, because it's a nightmare trying to dry your clothes right now. Well, I bet actually, perhaps you've got a room, you put them in the spare room, your wet clothes, and you hang them on a regular airer, but you've noticed actually the windowsill in there is going a little bit mouldy.
Yep.
It all seems a little bit damp. Perhaps you hang them over the radiator and you've noticed the wallpaper's coming away from the wall, and actually the wallpaper's starting to go a bit mouldy. That's because you're leaving all that moisture in your room. The great thing with this is it will dry your clothes so much quicker.
Now you can see it's a winged airer. It's got the two winged sections on either side. All of the tubes that you see there warm up, so they heat up between 45 and 55 degrees. You just turn it on and it's ready. And so it also comes with a cover that will go over the top of it. And when you use the cover, it locks the warm thing
So helping to
even
dry
more.
it even
Yeah.
faster, really, and giving you that sort of laundered solution, because so often when you hang clothes inside, they never dry properly, do they? And they've got a really horrible smell to them, a musty smell.
Foisty smell.
I think it's a really nasty smell, and often you'll put your clothes on and you'll smell, and you think, oh God, I can't wear this. It smells really off, and you'll have to wash it again. It's got a really nasty smell to it. This allows you to feel that it's been aired and dried outside, but you've dried it indoors.
Especially if it's things like heavy sweatshirts that just take
jeans.
ages to dry. It's great for storage as well when you're not using it. It folds flat and you can pop it under the bed or down the side of a cupboard or a unit. And when it comes to running costs, it's only 230 watts. Now, this is just to give you an idea of running costs. If you think about how much it costs you to run a tumble dryer, this depends on your tariff and who supplies your electric, about 7p per hour to run.
And I don't really like tumble dryers. I'm wary of them anyhow. But I always think, because they always end up with so much fluff in them.
Yeah.
You're like,
that's all come off your clothes.
That's all the clothes. That's part of my clothes now. So I feel like it wears your clothes out, if that makes sense. Whereas I think this will be, again, much kinder.
It takes a weight of up to 15 kilos across the entire unit. Paul, our director, has said a couple of great ideas. Warming your towels.
Oh, yes.
Brilliant for just warming your towels.
Or even drying your towels after you've been swimming and things, and after you've had a bath.
PJs before you put your PJs on.
Oh, yeah. Nothing nicer is there than warm pyjamas.
PJs. Oh,
or even
yes,
warm
please.
pants and bra.
Oh,
Absolutely.
hello.
Get it all on there.
See, warm anything
On a cold morning, that's absolute heaven. But for drying...
Secrets have been revealed in our ears.
We can't repeat all of these.
Coming up.
And
He warms his undies on there. Happy days. I like the sound of that.
He's a happy chappy. Now, you have got a great deal on this. Normally virtually £90, $54.99. And I really do think, I mean, right now the weather's atrocious, isn't it? So it's
horrible.
Pointless putting anything outside. We're having to dry indoors. However, lots of us haven't got outdoor drying space. You might have a flat. You might have a bed sit. You haven't got space to hang anything outside. So this is great because you can use it as and when, but then it folds down and goes under the bed. So you can see they're using it there directly in the bedroom.
Yep.
But then as soon as everything's dry,
folds
put it back down under
whack
the bed.
it under the bed or down the side of a cabinet or a wardrobe. £20.31 on
I was gonna say,
PayPal.
that makes it so affordable, doesn't it?
On your first of 3 interest-free payments, £20.31 if you want to use PayPal. Stock's flying on this now, 203869, 20% of the stock already in baskets. If you want to go for that, it's a great item to get right now. Now, we were talking about how cold it's been. It has been chilly, hasn't it? If you want a gorgeous blanket that's actually heated, we've got them for you.
It's an over blanket, so you can pop it over your lap while you're sat watching the TV, whilst you're doing crossword, while you're sat actually having your dinner and things. This can be over your lap whilst you're working from home. It's very, very easy to control, and it's got great temperature settings. So even on perhaps a summer's night, and but it's chilly, and certain rooms in your home are chilly at night. You can actually adjust this to 9 different temperatures. Really affordable as well to actually use it. It's even got a time setting. I've just put it on for 3 hours if I'm honest, but you can go up in 20 minutes. So if you think, well, I might nod off, I may as well switch it off after, 40 minutes. You can do, but I would just put it on for the 3 hours.
Just as a regular blanket, it's great. It's got that gorgeous fleece finish on one side, the Sherpa finish on the reverse. Size-wise, that's it on a double bed there to give you an idea of the size of it. The other thing that's really important to point out is running costs. Only 160 watts. Again, it depends on your supplier and who provides your energy. 7 pence per hour to run these. But the electric cord comes away from the blanket. It leaves a sealed unit on the blanket, and then the whole thing can go in the washing machine.
How great is that? So you can machine wash it and use it time and time and time and time again. You're going to absolutely love it. Great present, especially for perhaps you've got a relative that isn't putting the heating on like they should, that does sit and get cold. This is allowing them to have their own little sort of central heating wherever they are. Where if they're only going to sit in the living room, I know Mum's like, I'm not heating the whole of the house when I'm only going to be in one room. This allows you to heat where you are, the seat you're sat in. And you've got 2 different colour options as well. So we have got the chocolate
there,
and we've got the brown, charcoal.
And that's like a grey.
And it's got a lovely Sherpa sort of inside, like a faux sheepskin inside, which is really nice against the skin. Really easy as well to control. And though you have got the sort of the electric heater bit in the middle, you don't feel it. It just feels like a really beautiful blanket that warms up. It's absolutely one of the best presents we ever bought for Sean's dad.
Definitely.
He used it virtually every single day of the week because he had a room that was always cold, even in the summer, of an evening. It just didn't get the sun on it. So he'd use it on the lower temperatures through the summer nights.
Just took the chill off in the summer, So £13.31 on your first of 3 payments. Spread the cost. Charcoal or chocolate are your options. 247415. I've got to remind you of our coffee machine. We were lucky enough to do one of the first shows with this, weren't we? The Polti coffee machine is brilliant because when you look at it, you think, oh, it's an espresso machine. It just makes espresso because of the size of it. However, it has a milk wand on the side, which means you can make all of your favourite coffees. It all starts with that espresso every single time. It gives you that perfect pour every single time. But if you want to make your milky coffees, like your cappuccinos, your lattes, your flat whites, you can use all of those or make all of those as well. Take a look at this is how it starts. And the pour on it is perfect. It gives you that perfect crema on your espresso every time.
Honestly, the pods that come with it, there's 54 of them. They taste amazing, but you can use your own ground coffee as well. But once you've made that espresso, perhaps you want an espresso, but actually perhaps you love a latte, perhaps you like a flat white. You can then make with the frother, because it has 2 different milk settings, you can get really frothy milk to make the best cappuccinos. Then you can get to more textured milk to do a latte or a flat white, or even the best hot chocolate. Honestly,
Yes.
all of a sudden you'll feel like you work in a coffee shop. You've got those professional, you've had that professional training. Very much one button control, really easy to use, but it's very much the size of a toaster. So the thing I love is we do love coffee, and we know there's some great coffee machines out there. We've worked with many of them, but the majority of them are massive, and you do need a big kitchen for, you know. So what we've always had is an espresso machine, because it's this side, but it only makes espressos, and usually it only takes a certain capsule, and that's it. This is your espresso machine, but actually, because it's got the frother, it will make all those other coffees as well. It's so versatile. And pods and your own favourite ground coffee.
Yeah, you're getting 54 coffee pods included. They're the 54 pods, 3 different varieties that you see there. Solo Origin coffee tastes the same every single time. You get those included. However, as Hayley was saying, you can use your favourite ground coffee.
So versatile.
849501. Shall we
You can
make
even
some
make a
coffee?
cup of tea with it. It's, oh, yeah, I could do with a good
Cup of tea, cup of coffee.
Could you make us a coffee, please?
Here it comes. It's such a great machine because it's so versatile as well. You don't have to just use the pods.
That's
you can
the
also use
really good
ground
thing,
coffee.
isn't it?
Yes, you can,
that's very
absolutely.
true.
Again, we have some ground coffee here. I will make a ground coffee for you a little bit later.
So these are the 3 filters you get?
Yes, indeed. So the double one here, which is for your ground coffee, the single shot one just here, and then of course you have got this here. These are called portafilters basically, and the portafilter for the pods is the one with that little star just inside there. You'll recognise that. So that's the one made to fit.
So you
the
can't
pod.
go wrong.
But remember, that pod has been ground to perfection for that particular coffee bean.
We've tasted
So
it, we agree.
let me talk you through everything. So what you will get your group handle just here. That's what this is called, this part just here. Then you get your portafilters, which fit inside, and then you've got your group head, which is up underneath here. Now there's no need really to clean this, except if you're using ground coffee yourself.
Right.
What I always suggest is, after using it, give that a wipe with a damp cloth, because if not, you're leaving coffee there and it might get a burnt sour taste, so just clear that off. So just to show you the motions again of how to make this, and I'm going to treat myself here to a latte that I love, and show you a flat white that I love.
John's favourite,
so,
well, actually, a flat white.
In it goes just there, okay? It's simple, you don't have to put it in any particular way, and literally bring this up, introduce this then to the group head, and turn it so it locks into position. There's an arrow telling you close and open, really straightforward.
That looks really easy, because some of them, Alan, can be really awkward.
Can be really awkward. Now, just to show you, we don't have to. I've been using this little shot glass to pour into. We can pour directly into the cup or the what are you going to use, or the glass. So I'm going to press on this here to turn this back on. See that I'm wanting a single cup just here, and you'll notice these lights are on. It'll give us the coffee come through. Press it, and again within seconds it's ready to go. The reservoir at the back holds around 1.5 litres of water. That's going to last for ages, because you're only using a little bit of water, a shot, because the rest of it you're just using steam to heat your milk. Even though that is using some of the water, that will last a long time.
Brilliant.
Now remember, what we do then once we have that is we come back up to the machine itself, and we tell our machine that we want to use steam. So we'll see the steam button just here. Press that, it will flash till it's ready, okay?
I know how to use it already. It's so
It's
simple.
so simple and easy, yeah, it really is.
And that's the nice thing. Perhaps you've looked at coffee machines and you think, oh, God, it looks too complicated for me, that, and it's too big. Really compact, but really easy as well.
The heat up's really quick as well, isn't it, Alan, when you turn it on?
Yeah, it's about 40 seconds, you're ready to go.
Brilliant.
And if you leave it on by any chance, it will turn itself off after about 25 minutes as well. And by the way, the top of the machine is warm as well. So what you can do is leave your glasses and your cups up there, because sometimes when you make your favourite coffee into a cold cup, it can take the heat from it. You don't get that intense flavour. So put your cups on top like that, or whatever it might be. I've just got the glass there, and it will warm that beautifully for you. Again, heating up the milk now. I don't want much foam in this one. So So now, again, just keeping an eye on the temperature here. You can get these jugs with a temperature gauge on the outside if you want,
Right.
but you can't just use that. Now, remember, please, I must tell you, golden rule, every time, damp cloth, then put that cloth down and turn the steam. By the way, that lets you see the amount of steam that comes out of there as well. Shows you how powerful it is. 15 bar of pressure is what we have. Now, I'm going to come around now and I'm going to make myself my lovely flat white. Now remember, we can put in as much or as little milk as we can. We can make it as short as we want or as long as we want. But generally, this glass size is good for a flat white, and I'm just going to cut through that, and there we go. Oops, I just put too much in.
So
I tried to put
clever.
a bit more in so you see the top of it.
Yeah.
But you can see now I have a beautiful flat
So
white.
you can see the difference from your cappuccino. The cappuccino is really nice
Really
and
frothy,
fluffy, and
wasn't
we've
it?
really had all that froth on the top.
Get in there, Alan.
The flat white is more of a textured milk,
you know
but your
something?
actual steaming one will do both of those for you and get it bespoke for what you want to use it for, which is brilliant, isn't it?
How was it? Was it good, Alan?
Beautiful. As you know, myself and my lovely wife Ellie, we have a coffee shop, and we genuinely thought we had incredible tasting coffee. I can tell you this right now, hand on my heart, we're going to be moving to these. It is so perfect. It is so beautiful.
It's so easy.
And
That's the
gorgeous.
great thing.
It's
You
gorgeous.
dig into that flat white.
And so affordable. You're making these at home. You're making, on average, or sort of a general price, it'd be about 50 pence a cup, and that's including sort of thought about putting the milk in and things
that's
like
been
that.
really generous.
Really generous
On cost.
And
It's
then you
probably less than.
think about what you'd spend for those coffees normally, and this machine, I think, will pay for itself so quickly. And whether you're buying it for yourself, oh, what a great gift. What a
Brilliant gift for
present
any
idea.
coffee lover in your life. Maybe it's a Christmas present you're thinking of. It'd be perfect, wouldn't it? And what a great bundle. You're getting the machine that's really going to fit into any kitchen because of the size
So
of
if
it.
you are buying it as a gift, you know it will fit into their kitchen. It's not a massive machine where they've got to find a space for it. It's 13 centimetres. It's going to fit into anybody's kitchen. Beautifully made, really easy as well to actually control. And I love the fact that it comes with those pods, 54 of those pods, 3 different flavours, but we don't have to use the pods.
No, we can also use ground coffee, and we'll try and squeeze that in for you. And don't forget, you can also make hot chocolate. You can do your tea in here if you want to.
Iced coffee.
Iced coffee, which is something you... jingle, jingle.
Now, they are your 3 coffees that are coming alongside. You're getting 18 each of those. And remember, you've got the Uganda, which is like a smoother afternoon coffee. You've got the...
Tanzania, which is well-balanced coffee for you.
And then the Vietnam, which is more of a start to the day, that morning kick coffee.
And
to get you
I'm like
ready
that,
for the
aren't I?
day, yeah?
Different times of day, I like different types of coffee. That's why this machine is invaluable, because you can have your espresso in the morning, and then in the afternoon you can have your flat white, and then after dinner you can have a latte if you
And then
want
if you've
to,
got
can't you?
friends round, you can be making coffees for absolutely everybody. Everybody
Proper
comes to
showing
your
off
house
with
for,
this
for
machine.
coffee. It's so good, isn't
That's
it?
the thing, generally, somebody comes to your house and, you offer them a coffee and, you end up, they say, yeah, I'd love a cup of coffee, and you end up going for something like this just here. And they go, oh, right, okay, is that the best they can do for me? These instant freeze-dried things. But
I
imagine
never know how
coming
much
in-
to put in, whether I'm making it too strong, too
yeah.
weak, and it never looks nice, does
No,
it?
and it
that?
never does. It never tastes right either. And then instead of someone coming into your house and saying, "Oh, what would you like to? Would you like a coffee? Yes. What would you like? Well, what do you mean? What would I like? Well, you can have whatever you want." Now, you mentioned a second ago an iced coffee, so I'm going to do that for
Great.
you. Okay. So a glass of ice. This is really, again, coffee shops can charge you more for these because it's seen as a cool thing.
Trendy drink.
Trendy drink. So what we'll do is, first and foremostly, we'll simply pour our milk over that, because obviously an iced coffee, you want it to be nice and cold.
Okay.
But all we need now is a single shot. Now, I'm going to show you this here, okay, again, how to go through the motions. Now, I want to point something out to you, because this may throw some people when they get it home. Sometimes if you take out your group handle and you'll see that your portafilter is empty. Oh, where's my pod? Just be careful. Just
Oh,
touch
right.
it there. They sometimes stick up there, okay, but that's absolutely fine. Okay?
And the great thing about these pods is they're completely compostable, aren't they?
That was my first question.
It was the first thing
and
you asked.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, 100% compostable. The package that it comes out of is recyclable as well, but compostable if you want to rip that open and put it over your beds and borders, because of course slugs and snails hate it, so they don't tend to come along on
Top
that.
tip.
Okay, so watch this, okay? Again, remember, pop this in, twist it until it's locked into position. You'll know when it is. I'm going to use this glass here because I'm going to get my little shot of coffee now and make this iced coffee. Again, watch how quick and listen how silent this machine is when it's pouring our shot of coffee.
So if everybody's still in bed, that's fine. Not going to wake anybody
Not going to wake anybody up. This is true. Maybe I shouldn't tell you this story. Well, I've got to tell you. I bought, when we got our kitchen redone, I bought a really expensive coffee. Similar, cost me about 5 times more than this. And I promise you, it's on top of the cupboard, and I am using this. It is genuinely a better coffee machine, and that is a promise.
But the great thing here, you've got great design, but you've got perfect functionality.
Watch
whatever
this.
kind of coffee you like. Go on.
Just watch
Iced
this,
coffee
okay?
time.
Crazy. I didn't know that's how you made it.
That's a nice
did I?
coffee. Simple, straightforward.
Yeah.
But watch this now, okay? Because then obviously with a
more
nice
to
coffee,
come.
you grab a little straw, but watch this, okay? Just look.
Oh,
how
wow.
beautiful
And like
that
you
is.
said earlier, they can be the most expensive coffees when they bring the iced coffees out,
yes,
aren't
absolutely.
They
Bit of
can be
syrup.
so pricey. But again, these are costing you around about 50 pence a coffee. And we are thinking about the milk. Some coffees you won't put milk in or won't use a lot of milk. Some you'll
And
use
milk-wise, you can use all the different
try?
varieties of milk as well. If you have a specific milk that you like, you can use them all.
Prepare to have your new favourite drink.
How is it?
That's delicious.
Now you
Just with a bit of vanilla syrup. And you get those vanilla syrup bottles.
I've
They're
never
very
tried
easy and cost effective.
An iced coffee.
Thank you.
If I'm honest, it's something I thought, I don't know if I like it. That actually tastes delicious. I don't know why. I always thought an iced coffee would be
Look at that.
watery, and it's not because I didn't realise you put the milk in. That's amazing.
Oh, it's really good. Again, it's like a dessert, isn't
Isn't it
it?
gorgeous?
Yes,
Of course, what you
yeah.
could do with this as well is you could crush the ice if you get bite crushed ice, or crush it yourself and put it in and kind of make like that. And
And I
as
could
Leslie,
use oat milk in there.
you could use, of course, you can use any milk with any of
Love
these. Of
that.
course, we're just using regular milk here. Not to, kind of put a label on our producer Leslie, but she suggested putting alcohol in it. A Bailey's or
Why
something like
not?
that in there.
Liqueur coffees,
Yeah,
of
liqueur
course.
Obviously,
coffee.
drink sensibly. But
Yes,
yeah.
of course.
But liqueur coffees are really popular.
Yeah, definitely.
Really
Yeah.
popular. So we can do all of those as well.
Absolutely. The world is your oyster with this. Remember, every great coffee, anywhere you go for a coffee, any coffee shop, high-end or whatever it might be, they will always start off with a great espresso. And that is exactly what you're getting from this incredible machine from Polti.
It is an incredible machine. Do check your baskets out. Do not miss out on that. And of course, don't forget you can get extra coffees as well. And with PayPal, it just makes it so affordable. Split that
It really
cost.
does, yeah. Anything over £30 in your basket price, you can split across those 3 interest-free payments. We've got one last reminder. A few items have dropped back into our system. If you want to go for the Polti Vaporetto 3, this is the 3 clean. Why is it a 3 clean? Because it's a vacuum, because it's a steam cleaner, because it's a handheld steam cleaner and a steam mop. It does so much, doesn't it?
And you can multitask with this. You could vacuum and steam clean at the same time. You're also drying the floor. Then it turns into the handheld. So this is your upright for all floors, carpets, rugs. It's your handheld for all washable surface areas, the kitchen, the bathroom, upholstery, sanitising and deodorising. Using steam, you're killing up to 99.9% of germs and bacteria.
Yep.
But it's also great for spillages. So use it as the handheld, use it as an upright. But if there's a little accident, might be that the dog's been sick, the cat's been sick.
quite
the
a
great
big
thing
accident.
is, it is, that's a lot of spaghetti. That could have been on a nice bit of toast, but it's on the floor. So you haven't got to go down on your hands and knees and try and clean that up with kitchen roll. You actually can vacuum this up, or it suctions it up. So you've cleaned that area, but then you can really clean it because you can steam it
It's
as well.
cleaned up the spillage, it's vacuumed the area, and then it's steam cleaned the floor, all with one machine. That's why it's been so popular. If you've got it in a basket and you want it, check it out. Confirm your order. Don't miss out on that brilliant deal from Polti. It's been an evening of great
And there's only a
deals.
handful left.
Yeah,
Some have
literally.
just we call bounced back. Perhaps a credit card hasn't worked or something. They're there if you want them, but you must check your baskets through. What a deal. And we got another deal here, though, from Polti.
We have, haven't we? We've got the iron. I mean, this is where it started. All with the iron, first of all. Then the steam cleaners came in 1990.
Wow.
So, you know, that's how it started, and then the vacuum cleaners. But if you think how much you would spend on a vacuum on its own,
Yeah.
you know, and then a steam mop separately and all the
Price-wise
rest.
tonight, yeah.
Yeah.
Price-wise
Yeah.
tonight, everything is phenomenal.
fantastic.
It's not just a vacuum, it's also a
Yeah.
steam cleaner, it's also a handheld. So you're buying 3 different products if you're going for the 3-in-1. But if you're buying an iron, you can go buy regular iron for this sort of cost.
Yeah.
There isn't a steam generator, which
No.
can halve your ironing time. We'll explain that. But if we do, this is a deal only for 24 hours till midnight. When it goes back up in price, you could go and buy it elsewhere. The only problem is...
Don't do that.
It's our price, our regular price, £179 everywhere. Robert Dyas, less a penny. Our price tonight is phenomenal.
It's less than £100. So Polti, Curry's, Freeman's, Robert Dyas, £179 pretty much. With us, less than 100 at 99. And then you've got the opportunity to spread the cost with PayPal Pay in 3, £34.65 on your first of 3 payments. So you just need the item number at the top there, 863521. Why go for this iron? Because it's only one temperature for me, so you don't have to change
So
the
easy,
No,
isn't it?
you can't get it wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the good idea.
like that.
Yeah.
And ironing is very easy to get wrong.
Yeah, well, it is, yeah. And especially when summer comes and linen comes out like this, you know, you look and think to yourself is, you know, hang on a minute, I'll chuck that back in the wash basket, you know, because it's just not going to get the creases out. And then you go and spray it with the water, and then you go and hope that the iron's hot enough to do it. Well, what that'll do is usually melt the fibres.
Yeah.
But you want something that's powerful steam.
Wow.
Because it's steam that gets rid of creases, not heat. But what you are actually doing is getting rid of the creases but looking after the fabric at the same
You've
time.
got 5 times more steam, and that's the result you get. Because linen can be a nightmare. Even if you get it quite flat, you still
Yeah.
can see the creases, can't you? Like, I
No.
can still see the creases, however you do it. Whereas that, every crease is knocked out. That's brilliant.
Yeah. And that's just what makes it so easy. It's lightweight because your water's in the unit. It's also a self-clean iron. So if you've got hard water problems, you know, with limescale, it will actually help to clean the limescale out. And the whole process takes 2 minutes. That's all. And it even tells you when it wants to be cleaned because the little red light will flash at you. And you just need, all you need to do is fill it with water, switch it on, press the spanner symbol button on the top, and literally it takes 2 minutes for it to flush everything through. So it looks after itself virtually. It cuts your ironing time down by half. It's lightweight, and also you're not refilling it every 2 minutes because it's a large capacity of water.
And the nice thing is you can refill it as often as you like as well. So if you do stand and do a lot of ironing, you haven't got to wait. It's not a pressurised system, so you can refill it as often as you want to. But because it halves your ironing time, if you do ironing for a business, you could either...
You're saving time or making more money, aren't you?
Absolutely.
The great thing is you go from one fabric to another. You don't have to worry about your delicate fabrics because you don't change the temperature.
No, not at all, no.
And so often you can melt clothes. This is a great idea for sleeves as well as trouser legs, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
So if you don't want a specific crease in there, you do it from the inside.
Yeah, you could do it from inside. In fact, when my daughter was a bridesmaid, I took my iron and I did all the bridesmaids in the dress. Before they put it on, I just stuck the iron on the inside of the dresses and just...
They didn't have them on.
No. No.
But that's the great thing for anything delicate. Saris, wedding dresses, bridesmaids' dresses. Perhaps you've got a really nice wedding outfit that you wore in the past, but you've washed it, you daren't iron it. The great thing is it's the power of the steam. It's not a super hot sole plate. Sole plate's normally about 3,000 watts, did you say?
Yes, between 2,000 to 3,000
And that's why you can melt things. This is about 750 watts, so it's still hot, but it's not ridiculously hot. It's actually the power of the steam that's knocking your creases out.
Well, that's proof of point here because I put this on the hanger, just done it vertical. But I mean, look at this down the side where it's all rouged. I mean, that would be a nightmare.
So that would be absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Because you'd iron creases into that if you put that on the board.
You would. And it makes life so much easier when you're doing vertical ironing.
Where did you gone the other day when you wore your top inside out by mistake? Had you gone to the gym?
Oh, I went to the
I think you've
gym.
gone to the gym.
Oh, did you?
I'm half asleep, put my clothes on, get to the gym, and then I go back to change. I'm like, oh God, I've got it on back to front again.
Now,
I
we've had
just
a
got little
message in.
bits.
John from Glasgow said, I've got the Polti coffee machine. It's amazing and so easy to work with.
Good.
I'm having, what does that say? I'm saving a lot of money per day
Yes.
by putting it in my car holder, taking his coffee with him.
£3.50.
Thanks for a great
I
product.
paid for a
Yeah.
coffee at the garage when I came out. I had to make it myself. It's disgusting.
That scene wasn't
We'll
even made
be,
for you.
yeah, you'll be round to
John.
yours for coffee, John.
Yes, we're coming round to you, John.
No, it really
we're on
does
our
pay
way
for
to
itself,
Glasgow.
that machine. Do check everything out on the website, of course. Don't forget you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube.
Yes, if you are on YouTube, you can catch up on all the previous shows. Make sure you click and subscribe. Join us tomorrow at Vintage Cash Cow.
Oh, I want to ask you about that.
Oh, it's
is it
brilliant.
good?
Oh, it
Brilliant.
is so good.
Just
yeah, if you
after
want to perhaps
midnight.
declutter, you want
Yep.
to, you want to
And make
tidy a
some
few
money.
things away, but you don't want to sort of throw them out. Watch to see what you can actually make money from. It's
Yeah,
fabulous.
absolutely brilliant show tomorrow. Join us every night between midnight and 3 a.m. here on ITV1 and STV. But for now, we say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.